This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The Kansas City Royals faced the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium for a Tuesday night game on May 1st, 1973. In 1971, Bob Lemon had guided the Royals to their first winning season since the franchise began as an expansion team in 1969. In 1972, however, the Royals finished below 500, and Royals owner Ewing Kauffman fired Lemon as manager, saying he wanted someone younger. He hired assistant coach Jack McKeon, who was getting managerial offers from other clubs during the offseason. Kauffman later admitted he fired Lemon because he did not want to lose Jack McKeon. The Yankees were managed by Ralph Houck, and pressure was on Houck in 1973, as he had only managed to finish above 500 3 times in his 8 seasons and had never made the playoffs. This audio recording is from the New York radio broadcast, featuring announcers Frank Messer and Bill White.
All right, the Yankees are on the field, and Steve Kline, the last man to walk out, heads for the mound now. Steve will be making his 5th start of the season. He had to miss one turn after pulling something behind his right shoulder. And I'm sure, Bill White, that not only you and me, but more particularly Ralph Houck and pitching coach Jim Turner will be watching Kline's every move, especially early in this ballgame.
Steve doesn't feel that that strained shoulder affects his sinker. And just threw his first pitch. It looks like he's throwing freely. Remember in Milwaukee, after he threw the pitch and hurt the shoulder, he pushed the ball up there. Now, he finished the inning out and then had to leave. Of course, it was cool up there in Milwaukee that day. It's cool here tonight. But Steve just broke off a good breaking ball, so it looks like he's got at least all his pitches. I think he was a little bit worried about being able to throw the breaking ball, but he just threw a good breaking ball, so it looks like Steve Kline's ready.
All right, the KC coaches, Harry Dunlop moves into a new position, coaching at third base, and Charlie Lau, who is also the Kansas City batting coach, is coaching down at first base. And if I'm not mistaken, well, I know that Charlie Lau was a catcher during his playing days, and it seems to me that Harry Dunlop was too. All right, here we go as Freddie Patek steps in, and we're all set for action here at Yankee Stadium, getting underway. About 25 minutes or so past the normal starting time because of the rain. Patek is batting .265. He's a right-hand hitter. Steve Kline into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. It's over for a called strike, and this game is underway. Patek has been up 83 times with 22 hits, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, and he has already stolen 6 bases. The windup by Kline, the pitch coming. Popped up, foul, a fair territory down the third base line, played on a hop by Nettles. He throws on to first base in time. Patek is out, 1 down. So there's 1 out, and here is Cookie Rojas, the second baseman. And between them, Patek and Rojas give this club a good double play combination. They are strong up the middle defensively. And Rojas comes in with a hot bat, hitting .310, 27 base hits. More than any other starter in this ball game tonight as far as the Royals are concerned. And 8 of those hits have been doubles. He takes lone away, ball 1. In fact, we can say Rojas has more base hits than any other player in this game. Thurman Munson of the Yankees leads them with 26. Rojas, a right-hand batter, the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball just outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Rojas can also steal a base. He has had 3. We look at the top 3 men in the batting order. Between them, they have 12 stolen bases. Fastball low and inside makes it ball 3, 3-0. Rojas steps out, looks down at Dunlop, the third base coach. Still looking down there, taking a couple of practice swings, and now with a final look, he moves back in. Feet spread, and the 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So Rojas draws a walk, and the Royals get the game's first base runner. The batter will be Amos Otis, the center fielder. There's a man who can also do a lot of things. He's got a .295 batting average, 26 base hits, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in. This club scores a lot of runs, Bill. I'm just looking down. Seems like nearly everybody's in double figures in runs scored.
They also then must drive in a lot of runs.
Yep, nearly everybody's in double figures in RBIs, too. All right, 1 out, a runner at first, no score. Bloomberg's holding on the runner, Rojas. And here's the pitch to Otis. Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. Amos Otis hitting .295. Looking down the run scored column, Patek 19, Rojas 15, Otis 17, Mayberry 17, Kirkpatrick 13, Piniella 10. Runs batted in, they have 5 men in double figures. Rojas 14, Otis 12, Mayberry, the big man, 19, Kirkpatrick 14, Piniella 15. Stretch by Klein. He stabs the left foot. Checks the runner and deals. Gets a fastball over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right-hand hitting Amos Otis.
This club, Frank, Kansas City's averaging over 4.5 runs a game.
All right, again, Rojas takes his lead. Throw over there, and he's back. Bill told you the umpires tonight are Bill Haller at the plate, rookie Joe Brinkman at first base, Ron Luciano is at second base, and Dave Phillips at third. It's good to see Ron Luciano. Again, it was here that he became ill before a game last year and missed the rest of the season. Quick throw to first, straight. Ball and a strike, the count on Amos Otis. These two clubs meet again out here tomorrow night. 7:30 ball game, and then the Yankees go on the road. They go on to Chicago and out to the Twin Cities at Minnesota. Beautiful part of the country. Klein ready again. Comes off the stretch. Sets below the belt and deals. And the pitch is cut on and fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. Otis has stepped out again. He steps out after every swing. He can do a lot of things. He has good speed, good arm, good defensive outfielder. He can hit for average, hit for distance. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers. 12 runs batted in. Quick throw to first, no play. Rojas gets back. And Otis has stepped out again. Now Klein looks down to Thurman Munson, picks up his sign. White and left, Mercer in center, Mattiello and right are spread out on Otis. White, the deep man in left field. Here comes the pitch. Cut on, ground ball, left side. Nettles up with it, throws to second out there, back to first, save. And going in hard at second base, Rojas, and he's shaken up. Rojas is slow getting up, and now the umpire out there at second base, Ron Luciano, is calling Charlie Lau and Harry Dunlop out to check on Rojas. He went in hard to the bag. Nettles went to his left to field that ball and had a little trouble getting it out of his glove. The trainer, Jim Dudley, comes out now to take a look, and Rojas under his own power. Up, he's limping a little bit, though. So we'll have to see whether he can continue in this game or not. Right now, we'll say this is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. We pause for station identification.
Hope you're enjoying the game. This is Bill Edwardson, the host of Breakfast with Bill. In the morning, we have music, we have comedy on the Grub Club, we have Dave Smith on sports. Only thing we lack is you. Where have you been? Join us in the morning on WQBK FM Rensselaer.
All right now, time is called as Munson goes out to the mound. That was not really a good double play ball. Nettles had to go deep to his left. Then he had a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove. And there was a lot of speed to contend with there, too. Otis gets down the line very quickly. So with 2 outs, a runner at first, here is John Mayberry, the big first baseman. Mayberry is hitting .224, but he has 5 home runs and 19 runs batted in. He's a left-hand hitter. Now he steps out. Now he's back in again. Klein checks his runner and deals down low. Ball 1 to Mayberry. Just having to think, Bill White, our first night game at Yankee Stadium. Isn't it? No? Isn't it? Friday we were rained out. We didn't get to play that one, but this one is, isn't it? All right, the 1-0 pitch to Mayberry. Low and outside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Mayberry's a big kid, 6'3", 220 pounds. 23 years old, from Detroit, Michigan. He has attended the University of Michigan. He bounces around there in that batter's box. Up on his right toes and his left toes. Holds the bat. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and it's fouled straight back. 2 balls and 1 strike to Mayberry. Mayberry was up and down with the Houston Astros. Last year was first time he had a chance to play a full season for a major league team. He got in 149 games and responded with a .298 batting average, 25 home runs, and an even 100 runs batted in. 2 balls and a strike to him. 2 outs, a runner at first, no score. There's the set by Klein. Spins, throws to first, save. Told you Otis can steal a base. He has 3 stolen bases. So Klein keeping a close eye on him. Adialou couldn't get much deeper out there in right field. He's back almost to the track. Don't blame him. Here's the next pitch. Outside to Mayberry. Ball 3, 3-1. And it would appear that Klein is trying to keep the ball away from this big slugger. Now Mayberry's going to think about it. Walks slowly over toward the on-deck circle. And gets the tar rag from Ed Kirkpatrick. Now he's going to walk over there and talk to Kirkpatrick. Picks up the rosin bag. Here he comes back. Takes a couple of practice swings. I guess McKeon has told these folks, make that pitcher wait out there. Everybody step it out. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Otis leads away at first base. The set by Klein. There goes Otis. The pitcher's taking ball 4 outside. So with the runner going, Mayberry draws a walk. And the next batter will be Ed Spanky Kirkpatrick. We see an infielder, Bobby Floyd, running down toward the bullpen, perhaps to warm up. Could be an indication that Rojas hurt his leg to the point where he will not be able to continue in this game, because Floyd has gone down to the bullpen, and he will start throwing, loosening up his throwing arm down there. We'll have to see whether Rojas can come out for the bottom half of the inning or not. All right, 2 men on with 2 outs. Ed Kirkpatrick, left-hand hitting right fielder. He can also catch. And he can play first base. First pitch to him. Strike is called. Klein got it over at the knees. Kirkpatrick is hitting .375. 18 base hits, including 6 doubles and 3 home runs, with 14 runs batted in. Klein checks second for Otis. And his pitch to Kirkpatrick. Cut on, hit on the ground to Clark. He's up with it. Flips to Gene Michael at second base. They have the force on Mayberry to retire the side. A 4-6 force out. And for the KC Royals, no runs, no hits. There were 2 walks and 2 men left. At the end of the top half of the first inning, the score. Kansas City nothing and New York coming to bat.
More than 1 million people borrow from Avco Financial Services every year. When you believe in people, the word gets around. Avco Financial Services believes in people from Hoboken, New Jersey to Hilo, Hawaii, from Missoula, Montana to Melbourne, Australia. Over 1 million people every year with over 1 million loans for everything from appliances to X-rays. So when you come into Avco, you come into money. Because if you deserve the credit, at Avco you get it. Spread the word. Avco Financial Services.
When you believe
The Yankees and the Royals will play here again tomorrow night. It'll be young, hard-throwing right-hander George Doc Medich on the mound for the Yankees. And Splittorf, Paul Splittorf, a left-hander, will be going for the Kansas City Royals. Medich has won 2 games and lost none. Splittorf has won 3, and he's lost 1. All right, Frank.
And Bobby Floyd has come in to play second base, so Rojas hurting his leg going in at second as the base runner is out of the ball game. The pitch to Horace Clarke is low ball 1. Clarke is hitting .274. He has 20 base hits, 1 double, 5 runs batted in. There's ball 2 at the plate, but low again. 2 balls and no strikes. Ken Wright is making his 3rd start and 6th appearance of the season. He's relieved 3 times. He comes in with a strike. 2-1. Wright has won 1, lost none. He's pitched 17 innings, and Clarke swings and misses.
This guy's supposed to be what you call super swift. He has all the pitches, a good hard fastball, a curveball, and a slider. But he relies mainly on his fastball.
Well, there it was, and he struck Clarke out with a high fastball. Wright tends at times to be a bit wild. He, so far this year, has given up a walk for each inning pitch and a base hit for each inning pitch. Struck out a man for each inning pitch. All right, Clarke down on strikes. Here is Roy White. 3rd ball is in on White for a strike. Roy is batting .176, 13 hits. All of them singles, 5 runs batted in. Wright winds, flips the fastball inside, spins White away from the plate. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody out, and no score here in the first inning. Next pitch, fastball is in for a strike, 2 called. White looks over toward his dugout. 6'2", 225 pounds. He's a big one. 1-2 deal. Fastball inside at the shoulders, 2-2. Wright last year won 1 and lost 2 in 17 games, all in relief. 2-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. He appeared in 30 games, all in relief at Omaha last year as well, and there he won 4 and lost 3. This year he is 1-0, and his lifetime record against the Yankees, 1 win and 2 losses. 3-2 pitch to Roy White. Swung on and lined out into right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Played on the roll by the right fielder, Ed Kirkpatrick, and Roy White is on with a 1-out single. So the Yankees get the first base hit in this ball game, and the batter will be Matty Alou, the right fielder. Matty is hitting .333 based on 16 for 48. The 11 singles, 4 doubles, 1 home run, and 5 runs batted in. Bobby Mercer is out on deck. Thurman Munson is the only right-hand batter in the Yankee lineup tonight. With, of course, the 3 switch hitters, Clarke, White, and Michael. Pitch to Matty. Strike, 1 is called over at the knees, and the third baseman, Paul Shaw, came charging in to protect against a bunt. Report is being made on the condition of Cookie Rojas, and Bill White will pass it along. Pitches inside, backs Alou out.
Horace Clarke, when he came down at second, Frank, stepped on the ankle of Rojas, and he's been spiked. He expects to be back within a day or so.
All right, that's the story on Rojas. Spiked in the ankle, going in to break up a possible double play. 1-1 pitch here, and Alou runs up to bunt and takes it low. Ball 2, and that pitch crossed up the catcher, Fran Healy, and he goes out there now to talk to Ken Wright. 2 balls and 1 strike to Matty Alou. Matty chokes out several inches on the bat handle. Roy White takes his lead. The pitch is low and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Now we'll keep an eye on White. He's looking across the diamond at third base coach Dick Hauser. Elston Howard, of course, coaching at first for the Yankees. We'll see if White is running on a 3-1 pitch. He does not go, and it is taken outside, ball 4. So Matty Alou draws a walk. That moves White to second, and with 2 on and 1 out, the batter is Bobby Mercer. The Yankees center fielder is hitting an even .300, 21 for 70. 2 doubles, 3 home runs, and 11 runs batted in. Mercer leads the Yankees in runs scored with 14. He is second in runs batted in with 11. Greg Nettles, who comes out on deck, leads the club in RBIs with 12. Mercer wants Bill Haller to take a look at the baseball, and Haller checks it out, and he takes it out of play. Flips another one to Ken Wright. Very possibly Matty Alou noticed something on that baseball. Told Bobby. At any rate, without a pitch being made to him, Mercer gets the ball thrown out. He swings on it. Here comes a fly ball to fairly deep left center field. Back goes Piniella, the left fielder. He's there, and he makes the catch. And the runners were playing it halfway. They go back. Mercer flies to Piniella in deep left center. 2 outs. The batter will be Greg Nettles, the Yankee third baseman, hitting .206, but leading the club in home runs with 4 and in runs batted in with 12. Nettles, another left-hand hitter, and Ronnie Bloomberg comes out on deck. Nettles down on the end of the bat handle. The runners again take their lead. They play Nettles as full hitter, the infield and the outfield around to the right side. The pitch splits the plate for a called strike. Infield is backed off. Now the 0-1 delivery. Fastball is low, 1-1. Piniella shades over towards center. The center fielder, Amos Otis, well over in the gap toward right center field. And Kirkpatrick deep and right. The pitch cut on, hit on the ground at second base. Dug up there by Bobby Floyd. He flips on to first to retire the side. And for the Yankees, no runs. A base hit, 2 men are left. At the end of 1 inning, the score, the Yankees nothing and Kansas City nothing.
All the power mowers on the market today start a job you have to finish. Except one, the new Boland's mulching mower. When it cuts your grass, it also cuts and recuts the clippings into a fine mulch that disappears down into your lawn, out of sight, so you have no clippings to rake up, no cumbersome grass bags to empty. The job is finished in one pass. The Boland's mulching mower is not only quicker, it's safer because there's no dangerous discharge chute. This also means you can trim close to lawn borders with both sides of the mower. So if you've been emptying grass bags or raking up unsightly clippings, try the new Boland's mulching mower, the one that does the whole job in one pass, in 22-inch push and self-propelled models, as well as an 18-inch trimmer, manual or electric start. The Boland's mulching mowers. They'll keep you a good yard ahead. See them now. There are 21 Boland servicing dealers in the WQBK listening area. See the one near you. Distributed by ACA Outdoor Power Equipment, Incorporated.
Well, looking at the scoreboard, the California Angels did not score in their half of the first inning in their game against Detroit in Detroit, Singer against Fryman. And one other score, Texas nothing, Boston nothing in Boston after 2 innings of play. And against Lee. And the National League, Houston and Philadelphia, no score after 2. Royce against Carlton. A couple of former Cardinal left-handers pitching against each other. Right here, the score is 0-0. We're going into the top half of the second inning. Lou Pinella's in, and here's Frank Messer.
Lou Piniella, right-hand batter. Piniella hitting .289. He has hit only one home run, but has 15 runs batted in. And he can't hit the long ball. He takes a pitch right in there for a call strike from Steve Klein. Hal McRae on deck, and then Paul Shaw. No ball, one strike count to Lou Piniella. Pretty well up front in the batter's box. Bends quite a bit at the knees. Swings on a pitch. Bouncing ball hit to third. Greg Nettles has it. Fires out across. That's all for Piniella. There's one away. So all of the outs so far have been on ground balls, and if you're a Yankee fan and a Steve Klein fan and knowledgeable about Klein, you know that that's an indication he has his stuff. Because basically, like Stottlemyre, he is a sinker ball pitcher. One out, nobody out, and Hal McRae, the batter. McRae, the designated hitter tonight, a right-hand batter. And the pitch to him. Curveball for a strike. Beautifully thrown curve. McRae is hitting .175. 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. No score in this game. The windup by Klein and his pitch. Another curveball hit deep down the left field line, and it is foul. In the seats, but foul. He got a lot of it. Pulled it just foul. Steve Klein's lifetime record against Kansas City, 1 win and 2 losses. Steve making his 5th start this year. He has pitched to 1 complete game. It was a 2-hit shutout against Cleveland. Steve with an earned run average of 3.86. Into the wind, the 0-2 pitch. Low and outside, a waste pitch, 1-2. Temperature at game time tonight was 60 degrees here at Yankee Stadium. Klein has the sign into the windup, and here's his pitch. Breaking ball. Oh, Munson thought that was a strike, but Haller says no. Breaking pitch. Ball 2, 2-2. Paul Shaw, the third baseman, is on deck. Klein ready. The kick and the pitch. Low and outside, and the count is full 3-2. Klein peers down to Munson and delivers. Pitch is hit on the ground. Foul. Just past the third base coach, Harry Dunlop. Count rides 3-2. That Texas at Boston game in the third inning scoreless. Cleveland at Minnesota rained out. California at Detroit, Baltimore at Chicago, and Oakland at Milwaukee slightly later starts. 3-2 pitch again. Fastball drilled foul just outside of third. Again, McRae got around well on a Klein pitch.
Looks like McRae is a low ball hitter, Frank. He really rips that ball, the bat around on the balls down low.
Quick bat.
Yep.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, just foul again outside of third. And that ball was stung. Well, again, McRae comes back. No score in this game. We're in the top half of the second inning. If you're wondering about the lateness, we had about a 25-minute delay because of a light rain that fell before the start of the game. The windup, the 3-2 pitch again. Curveball is fouled back. Back off the mask of Bill Haller, the plate umpire. And the count holds 3-2. One National League score. Houston at Philadelphia, 0-0. They're in the third inning. Mets are off tonight. 3-2 pitch again. Hit down the left field line. It is a fair ball. Going for a base hit and probably 2. McRae on his way into second base and pulls in standing up with a double. Looked like he hit that one right down off the bat handle. Looped it down the third baseline. And Bill White notices he is holding his hands down there. That one stung.
I think his hands are a little sore. He got really jammed. Klein, is basically a sinker ball pitcher, so all his pitches will be low. It looks like McRae's a low ball hitter. That time, Steve got the ball up a little bit and in a little bit and really jammed him, but Hal evidently strong enough to get enough wood on the ball just above his hands and loop it out in the left for a double.
All right, that's the first base hit for the Royals, and the batter is Paul Shaw, third baseman, right-hand hitter. Shaw is hitting .270. Stretched by Klein, he checks the base runner, and the pitch to Shaw. Low, ball one. Michael over toward the hole on Shaw. The outfield is spread out, with the deep man being White in left. Nettles does not play tight to the line. He is fairly wide. Clark shades towards second. The right side of the infield is pretty well open. And a 1-0 pitch will be coming. Here it is. A ball. Must have been just a bit inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Shaw has been up 74 times with 20 hits, 4 doubles, 9 runs batted in. He came back from a very serious beating of a few years ago. Klein checks McRae at second. Kicks and deals. Pitches hit in the air out toward shallow right center. Back goes Clark. In comes Mercer. Clark calls and makes the catch. Horace Clark going back into shallow right center to retire Shaw. 2 outs. And the catcher, Fran Healy, steps in. Healy is a right-hand batter, hitting .158. 3 hits in 19 trips. 2 of his 3 hits have been doubles. Klein looks back at second for Hal McRae. No score here in the top of the second inning. There's the set by the young Yankee right-hander, and his pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike one. On deck, Freddie Patek. Healy straight away in the batter's box, down at the end of the bat handle, gloves on both hands. Pitches inside, drives him back.
Healy was originally selected by the Royals and the Cleveland Indians back in '68, and the Royals sent him to the San Francisco Giants for Bob Garibaldi, a pitcher, in 1970, and now he's made the return back to the Royals.
Okay, Bill. 1-1 pitch will be coming to him. Low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
From Holyoke, Massachusetts, Fran Healy.
He's a big kid, 6'5", 210. Got a long way to get down there behind the plate.
Like Tom Haller. All those giant catchers, big fellas.
All right, 2-1 pitch coming. Get on the ground at third. Dug up by Nettles. He throws to first. We got to tell you why we're laughing. The base runner, McRae, ran right into him. All Al had to do was reach out and tag him for the out. He threw across instead, and the side is retired. No runs, a base hit, a man left. And at the end of the top half of the second inning, the score. Kansas City nothing and New York nothing.
That's a cut above is Schaefer. Schaefer comes on, first beer bright, first beer rewarding, every beer through. Your first frosty cold glass to your very last. That's why Schaefer is the one beer to have when you're having more than one. And brother, that's the beer you've got coming.
second inning, Ronnie Bloomberg will lead off for the Yankees, to be followed by Thurman Munson and then Johnny Callison. Bloomberg is hitting .278. Had quite a second game Sunday, 4 base hits. Bloomberg, left-hand batter. Ronnie had the deciding hit in the first game Sunday. And he looks at a fastball outside. Right, winds again and deals. Fastball is fouled back upstairs. Hard to get a fastball by Bloomberg. He's a good fastball hitter. And the fastball, of course, as Bill White mentioned before, is Wright's big pitch. So it could be interesting. 1-1 deal. Fastball is cut out and missed. So Wright now is challenging Bloomberg with his fast stuff. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Foul back upstairs.
You can tell he's quick, this guy, Ken Wright, Frank, because Ron, who is a good fastball hitter, is fouling that ball off on the left side. He isn't pulling it at all.
Okay. The wind, the pitch again, and it's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thurman Munson is on deck, and then Johnny Callison here in the bottom half of the second. No score. Wright delivers. This time he curves him and just missed with it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The second baseman, Bobby Floyd, playing back to the edge of the grass now on Bloomberg, with Patek shaded toward the bag at second. The outfield slightly to right. The pitch. High, ball 4. He curved him and missed up high again. Bloomberg is on, and that is the second walk allowed by Ken Wright. As we told you, Wright has averaged a walk an inning so far this year. He walked 1 man in the first. Actually, in the first inning, he matched his yearly figures with giving up 1 walk, struck out 1 man, and allowed 1 base hit. And he has averaged 1 of each per inning so far. The Yankees' only right-hand hitter now, Thurman Munson. Thurman batting .382. Best start of his major league career, a 10-game hitting streak going. Takes low ball 1. Munson is currently second among the top 10 hitters in the American League. Pat Kelly of Chicago is the number 1 hitter. You know, Munson hitting .382, second to Kelly, and Kelly is about 100 points ahead of him. That Kelly is off to an unbelievable start, platooning. Kelly is hitting, what, Bill, 486, you tell me? You've got Munson by 104 points. He takes a strike, the count evens 1-1. Runner at first, nobody out. Mayberry holding on Bloomberg, the pitch. On the outside corner, a strike 2 call. Munson is arguing the call with plate umpire Bill Haller.
Thurman told him it sounded outside.
Haller's saying, not to me, it didn't.
Looked like it was on the outside corner.
1-2. Callison on deck. Stretched by Wright his pitch. Fastball hits slowly right side of the mound. Fielded by the pitcher. Flips to Mayberry at first. In time to get Munson. On the play, Bloomberg goes to second. Munson is out, and we're going to step out. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. We pause for station identification.
Hi, this is Jack Hopke. There are sports in the afternoon at WQBK FM Rensselaer, even when there aren't Yankee games. Dave Smith is with me on my show at 1/4 before each hour between 3 and 7. OTB results, stocks, and a lot of good music, too. So stop by the Jack Hopke Show, 3 to 7.
Here is Johnny Callison, the Yankees' designated hitter tonight. And Wright starts him off with a fastball inside. Ball 1. Callison is hitting .167. He has 5 base hits, 3 singles, 2 doubles, and 3 runs batted in. Gene Michael is on deck. The pitch. Popped up. Right near the plate. Healy looking for it. Now in foul territory. He's under it and one-hands it. He almost lost them, and he had to reach back over his left shoulder and got it actually in the webbing of his catcher's mitt. So Callison pops out to the catcher, Fran Healy, in foul territory. 2 outs, Blumberg at second, and the batter is Gene Michael, the Yankee shortstop. Michael is hitting an even 200, 11 for 55. He has 9 singles, 1 double, 1 home run, and 6 runs batted in. Switch hitter up there batting left. Right straddles the rubber. Now throws in again and looks down to Healy for his side. Checks Blumberg at second and fires a fastball low and inside. Ball 1. Wright looks back to second and delivers the plate. Swing and a miss. Got around late on the fastball. 1-1. They allow Blumberg a good lead off second. With Potak over in the hole. And Floyd backed off. The next pitch inside. Spins him out. 2 balls and a strike. Wright checks back and comes in with a fastball inside at the hands, ball 3. So right behind the count now to Gene Michael, 3-1. 2 outs, Blumberg at second base. No score here in the second inning. The set. 3-1 pitch. Cut on, popped up again and foul ground. Back comes Healy. May have room, may not. Back to the screen, can't get to it. Ball is on the screen. Freeze that time, blew it away from him, and back on the screen. Full count, 3-2. These two teams play again here tomorrow night. Then the Yankees go on the road for a short spell to play the White Sox in Chicago and the Minnesota Twins out in Bloomington, Minnesota. 3-2 pitch to Michael. Blumberg leads at second. Michael lines a base hit into right field. After the ball, Kirkpatrick made the play at the plate. Here comes Blumberg. Here's the throw. He slides. He's straight. Throw gets away. Chased down by the pitcher. Right all the way to the backstop. And on to second base goes Michael. The Yankees take the lead 1-0. Kirkpatrick firing through from right field, trying to cut down Blumberg. Ronnie scores as the throw gets away from the catcher Healy. It's a single and a run batted in for Michael. And Michael goes to second base on the throw home.
And on the throw home, Frank Messer, the catcher, Fran Healy, was given an error for allowing that ball to go through it. To allow Michael to go to second base.
All right, here's Horace Clarke. He struck out his first time up, and he is almost hit by the pitch. Inside, almost got in. He really got out of there in a hurry. I'd have to say, a tough error to take.
It is. Evidently, the official score saw Gene Michael stop at first base. The first baseman, Mayberry, gave him a good fake. We kept him there. And then as the ball got by, Gene went on to second.
Okay. Clarke gets a base hit up the middle. He lines one over second. Michael around third. He'll score, and the Yankees lead 2-0. Gene Michael crossing the plate on a base hit by Clarke. So the Yankees break on top of the Royals 2-0. And the batter now is Roy White. Roy singled in the first inning. The runs batted in for Michael, number 7, and for Clarke, number 6 of the year. White is now hitting 187, swings on the first pitch, and he fouls it down off his right foot. White fouling one straight down off his foot. Strike 1. 2 outs, Clark at first. Mayberry holding him on. Quick throw over there by Wright. No tag. He is back in plenty of time. Matty Alou is on deck. There goes Clark. The pitch is taken low. The throw to second base. He's safe. Patek could not hold the throw. They might have had him, but Patek could not control the throw. And Clark is in safe at second. Stolen base for Horace Clark, his second of the year. White took the pitch for a ball, 1-1. Set by Wright, his next pitch. Inside with a fastball, almost hit White. I'll tell you one thing, they're not going to dig in on Ken Wright.
Oh, he's been missing inside, even and away from right-handers. So evidently he's got a groove in there. When the right-hander's up there, he's been aiming at the inside part of the plate. And when the left-hander's up there, he's still bringing that fastball inside. And when he misses inside, he's further inside. He almost hit Clark. And then Clark almost hit him with a line drive back up the middle. And he almost got White in.
2 balls and 1 strike. The catcher, Healy, had gone out to the mound. He's back now. In the crouch, gives the sign, sets up a target, and here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. That one got away from Healy up the third baseline, but he kept the ball in front of him. No chance for Clark to move up. 2-2 the count. Yankees in front 2-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. 2 outs, Clark at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to White. Wright brings it, and it's high. Ball 3, full count. Wright ready with a 3-2 pitch. It's on the way, and he's up high with an off-speed pitch. Ball 4. So Roy White goes down to first base. Time is called, and here comes Jack McKeon, the manager of the Kansas City Royals. That is the third walk given up by Wright. The Yankees have runners at first and second.
Frank Messer, looks like McKeon wants the pitcher. He didn't waste much time as he got to the third base foul line. He motioned with his left hand, so he must want a left-hander. Looks like Mike Jackson, a left-hander, getting ready to get into the Dotson and come on into the ball game. So, super swift Kenny Wright is taking the super swift exit. And while they bring in the next pitcher, I'll give you some scores. The Texas Rangers picked up 3 runs in the top of the third, and they lead the Boston Red Sox 3-0 after 3 full innings of play. Hand against Lee in that ball game. The California Angels picked up a run in their half of the second inning. The Tigers are batting in the last of the second. The Angels ahead 1-0. Singer against Fryman. In the National League, the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies putting up a lot of zeros. No score with the Phillies batting in the bottom of the fourth. Royce against Steve Carlton. Montreal and Atlanta. No score after 2. Moore against Gentry. So Steve Wright leaves. Kenny Wright leaves. And it's Mike Jackson, a left-hander who's from Patterson, New Jersey. Still lives in Patterson. They call this fella Twiggy. He's a left-hander. 6'3", 195. Pitched last year at Kansas City. Split the season between Kansas City and Omaha.
Bill, I may have... No, they just announced over the PA Wayne Simpson, but that's not Simpson.
Simpson's a right-hander.
That's right. You're right. Bob Shepard shook me up there for just a second. He misread the number.
Simpson's a right-hander who pitched for the Cincinnati Reds. He's a big fella, too. He's a little chubbier than Mike Jackson. This is a left-hander, Mike Jackson. Here's a correction. Jackson split last year with Omaha and Kansas City. At Kansas City, he started 3 games for him. He was in 7 total, so he relieved in 4 others. He won 1, and he lost 2. So, Mike Jackson in there now, a left-hander, pitching for the Kansas City Royals.
All right, first man to face him will be Matty Alou. And the Aggie switch hitters will be swinging around and batting from the other side. He completes his warm-up throws. The Yankees have runners at first and second. 2 outs. Matty Alou walked in the first inning. Kenny Wright has allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, walked 3, and struck out 1. And now the tall left-hander, Mike Jackson, ready to work to Matty Alou. The runners edge away, and the pitch. Strike call, a slider. Matty Alou hitting .333. Bobby Mercer is on deck. The look back to second, the kick and the pitch. Down low this time, 1-1.
Frank, Mike Jackson's first start last year, in fact, his first Major League start was against the Yankees, and he won that ball game. Went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, and he won 5-1.
Okay, Bill. He deals again, and this one is in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, Fran Healy. Well, that was his only win last year, too. He won 1 and lost 2. And in the dirt again, ball 3. Folks over in Patterson, New Jersey may remember Jackson. He was quite a pitcher at Patterson's Central High School. He had 2 consecutive no-hitters in which he struck out 42 batters in 20 innings. You don't forget things like that. He misses here, ball 4. Matty Alou walks, and the bases are loaded. Clark goes on to third, White to second. Matty Alou on at first, drawing his second walk in the ball game. And now Bobby Mercer with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Mike Jackson, 1 game in high school, Bill. Struck out 22 men in the ball game and lost it. That's tough. He's ready to work to Mercer. And the pitch. He gets a breaking ball in, strike 1. Mercer is hitting .296. He flied out deep to the left fielder Piniella his first time up. They play him to full, the outfield and the infield. No balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Clark at third, White at second, Matty Alou at first. Greg Nettles is on deck. Short stretch by Jackson. He kicks and deals, and he's blowing outside. Healy to his knees to save it. 1-1. Yankees have scored twice here in the second inning, leading the ball game 2-0. Next pitch. Check swing and a strike call. A ball and 2 strikes. Bobby started to go, changed his mind, and now Jackson has the count in his favor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whenever Mercer comes up, the fans sort of edge up on their seats. Here it comes, hit on the ground to first base, and it is a fair ball. It hits the bag. Mayberry takes it, steps on first. Mercer is out, and the side is retired. It hit the bag, took a crazy hop, but Mayberry came up with it. So Mercer is out to Mayberry unassisted. The Yankees get 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and 3 men are left on base. At the end of 2 innings of play, the score is New York 2 and Kansas City 0.
At the Getty Oil Company, we sell premium gasoline for a few cents less per gallon than most other major premiums. Now, there are 3 ways of looking at what that difference in price can mean to you. 1, the money you save. If you drive around 12,000 miles a year and use Getty Premium instead of another major premium, you'll save around $30. 2, the extra gas you get. The $30 you save by using Getty Premium is enough money to buy another 75 gallons of Getty Premium. And 3, the extra miles you get. That 75 extra gallons of Getty Premium is enough gas to take you about 1,000 miles. A $30 savings, 75 more gallons, or 1,000 more miles. That's the difference between Getty Premium and most other major premiums.
All right, a quick look on the scoreboard. California 1, Detroit nothing at the end of 2. Bill Singer for the Angels and Woody Fryman for the Tigers. Cleveland and Minnesota rained out. Texas 3, Boston nothing at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play. Rich Hand for Texas. Bill Lee starting that ball game for Boston. And those are the American League scores. Bill White will give you the National League scores as he takes over the play-by-play. Bill?
All right, Franklin. Here's Freddie Patek against Klein. And Steve misses outside with the breaking ball. We're going into the top half of the third inning. The Yankees ahead 2-0. Patek has been up once. He bounced to third. He bats right-handed. He's only 5'4", weighs about 145 pounds. The next pitch is inside. It's 1-1. Nettles in close at third for him. Michaels a halfway at short. Clark straight away at second. And Ron Bloomberg a step or two behind the bag and wide at first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball 3 outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Steve Klein so far has given up just 1 hit to the Royals. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Patek. Called ball outside, ball 4. Little fellow's hard to pitch to. He's only 5'4". Got to roll it up there and hope it hits a pebble or something and jumps up in the strike zone. So Patek walks. He's on at first, and here's Bobby Floyd, the second baseman. Floyd got into the ball game when Cookie Rojas slid into second. Cookie got spiked by the Yankee second baseman, Horace Clark, and he had to leave the ball game. Floyd came on and took his place in the bottom of the first. So Floyd's making his first trip to the plate here tonight. Klein stretches, checks Patek. The pitch. Swung on line, drive, base in left field. Roy White in quickly. He bobbles the ball, and Patek's trying for third, and he'll make it standing up. White throws the ball into second. And held at first base is Floyd. So give Bobby Floyd a single in left field. And as White bobbled that ball out there in left field, Patek shifted gears and went into third base, so White is given an error. So Patek down at third, Floyd on at first, and here's Amos Otis, the center fielder. Otis bounced into a forced out his first time up. Hits right-handed, having a good year. Just under 300. He has 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Swings right-handed. Yankee infield looking for 2 with Michael playing away from second base. He's in the hole. He'll have a long way to go if the ball's hit to the right side. Bloomberg holding Floyd there at first. The stretch by Klein. The pitch. Swung on and tipped. Dropped by Munson. 1 strike count on Otis. Yankees ahead 2-0 here in the top half of third. Royals threatening with runners at first and third and no outs. Outfield plays Otis straight away. White, Mercer, and Matty Alou in the outfield. Otis with a little more pine tar. He gets ready to get back into the box. On deck, John Mayberry. Yankees ahead 2-0. The Royals threatening. Now the stretch by Klein. Checks the runners. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on line drive right to Nettles. And he cannot make another throw, but he does grab that line drive off the bat of Otis. Tell you, that was alert base running by Patek at third. And Bobby Floyd there at first. They got back in time. Nettles dove high to his left and came down with that line drive. Usually a runner will start moving, but Patek stayed at third. Floyd still at first. 1 away. Here's John Mayberry. Big stab there by Greg Nettles. Robbing Amos Otis of a base hit. The Yankees still with a chance to make 2 here against John Mayberry. Runner still at first and third, 1 out. Line comes to the belt. The pitch. Hit line drive, base it up the middle. Patek scores. Around second is Floyd. He'll go to third. He and John Mayberry will hold theirs first. So Mayberry just picked up his 20th RBI of the year. He leads the league in that category. And the Royals now have cut the Yankee lead in half. The Yankees lead 2-1. Mayberry didn't get that ball. He hit it well. But hit in the right spot. The Yankees are playing the pull, and they hit it up the middle. Potek scored. Floyd went to third. Mayberry still at first. One away, and here's Ed Kirkpatrick, the right fielder. Kirkpatrick bounced into a force out his first time up. He hits left-handed. Mayberry hops off at first. Bloomberg holds him. Floyd leads in third. The pitch to Kirkpatrick. Ground ball to short. Michael Hasley will take it himself for one to first. Double play. Throws in the dirt, but Bloomberg shoots it. So Kirkpatrick bounces into a 6-3 double play. And that's it for the Royals. They do pick up one run on 2 hits, and they leave a man on base. In the middle of the third, the Yankees 2, Royals 1.
By Motorola. Bill Edwardson and Jack Hopke here for Motorola and the new portable, sensibly priced at your Motorola Quasar dealer.
Bill, I'm over here with the solid-state Motorola Deluxe new personal portable black and white TV. It's called the Escort. It has a 9-inch picture measured diagonally, and it will actually go anywhere with you.
And it comes with a cigarette lighter adapter, so you can use it in a parked car, boat, or a camper. There's an optional battery pack, so you can take your Escort personal portable TV anywhere.
There's even an outdoor sun shield included. The price is low, only $104.95, and the battery pack is only $19.95 more.
Jack, this Escort personal portable by Motorola is the champion at $104.95.
Now at your Motorola dealers.
By Motorola.
Motorola television products are available at Exchange TV, 67 Watervliet Avenue in Albany. Phone IV2-1255. At Irwin's Television, 689 New Loudon Road in Latham. Phone 785-5022. And at Ray E. Shaver TV Sales and Service, 347 Mariahville Road in Schenectady, 355-7338.
Probably so, Frank. And here's Nettles against Mike Jackson. Ken Wright, a big fireballing right-hander, started the ball game for the Royals. First pitch is a high breaking ball cut on by Nettles. He hits it on the ground to the first baseman, Mayberry, who gloves it and wins the race to the bag, and there's one away. Ken Wright went 1 2/3 innings. He allowed the 2 runs, both earned on 3 hits, struck out 1, walked 3. Mike Jackson came on in the second. He's in there now. Here's Ron Bloomberg, the first baseman. Pitch to Boomer is a breaking ball. It's too low. Ron walked the first time up and scored a run, so he has not been at bat officially yet. Jack McKeon, the manager of the Royals, going with a left-hander since the Yankees have a predominantly left-handed batting order in. There's a fastball on the inside corner, and it's 1-1 on Bloomberg. 1 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom half. Yankees ahead, 2-1. Jackson winds. The left-hander deals. Down low and in the dirt, it's 2 balls and a strike. Outfield plays Bloomberg to pull, so does the infield. Mayberry deep and near the line at first. Second baseman Floyd is playing over toward first and back on the grass. Breaking ball is swung on and missed by Bloomberg. It's 2-2. Thurm Munson on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, chopped back to the mound. Jackson has it. Turns, throws to first base, and Bloomberg's out. 2 outs. A little check swing by the Boomer. Chopped it back toward the mound, just on the first base side. Jackson hustled off the mound and threw him out. So here's Thurm Munson. Munson working with a 10-game hitting streak. Went from 219 to 382, which is second in the American League. Now he's batting at 377 since he's 0 for 1. Bounced back to the pitcher his first time. The Royals play him to hit to the opposite field with the center fielder Otis over toward right center. Jackson misses outside with a fastball. Celerino Sanchez has moved into the on-deck circle. He will evidently take Callis' place as a designated hitter. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Jackson misses outside again. It's 2-0 on Munson. Yankees ahead by a score of 2-1. Yankees 2 runs on 3 hits, have made 1 error. The Royals 1 run on 3 hits, have also made an error. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Munson. Swung on, foul off in the upper deck on the right side. It's 2-1. Dick Hauser coaches third for the Yankees. Ellie Howard at first. Munson out of the batter's box. Now he's back in. And the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground toward short. Shaw, the third baseman, cuts in front of Potek, throws to first base. They've got him. So Munson bounces out 5-3. Shaw to Mayberry for the third out. For the Yankees, the third, 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 3, Yankees 2, Royals 1.
Every day is Dad's Day at McDonald's, because McDonald's has something Dad can really sink his teeth into. It starts with a quarter-pound, 100% beef patty. We cook it up just right, then serve it with ketchup, mustard, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. McDonald's new Quarter Pounder, or Quarter Pounder with cheese. It's just right for a dad.
Try McDonald's great new sandwich, the Quarter Pounder, available right now at all McDonald's in the Capital District and throughout the Great Northeast.
There's some exciting Greek music. And here's some exciting news for those who want to expand their intellectual horizons. Would you like to learn how to speak Greek? Well, Greek language classes are now being held at St. Sophia Greek Church every Monday at 7 o'clock. Information can be obtained by calling Dr. Spiridon Kodouris. Doctor's number is 482-5377. That's 482-5377.
He needs 35 more to tie. Hammer and Hank still pounding. Right here, the score is 2-1 Yankees. We're going to the top of the fourth, and Lou Piniella will lead off for the Royals. Piniella bounced to the third baseman Nettles his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Lou batting at .286. Steve Klein over the head and the first pitch. A breaking ball that's too low. Be Piniella, Hal McRae, and Paul Shaw in that order for the Royals as we go into the top of the fourth. Piniella usually hits the ball very sharp. Doesn't run well. Good hitter. The 1-0 pitch from Klein. Fastball hit on the ground, a shortstop right at Michael. He digs it up. Throws over to Bloomberg, and Pinella's out. One away. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WMCA New York. Hi, this is John
Stewart with an invitation to all sports fans to give me a call some night on Sports Talk. I'm here weekday nights from 7 till 9, working around the Yankees this season. Sundays, too. This is WQBK FM, Rensselaer.
Here's Hal McRae, the designated hitter. Swings on a first pitch and chops to third. Charged by Nettles. Quick throw to first, and there's 2 outs. Hey, that McRae can really fly down the line. He hustles. They just got him by half a step. 2 away now. Here's Paul Shaw, the third baseman. Nobody on here in the fourth. The Yankees ahead 2-1. Shaw 0 for 1. Popped to the second baseman, Clark. Back in the second inning. They play Shaw straight away with White deep in left. Klein over the head and the first pitch. Swung on, chopped up and way up in the air. Klein has it. Throws the first. They've got him. Ball was chopped off the plate. A Baltimore chop went way up in the air. Steve Klein a couple of steps to his right toward third base off the mound. Got the ball and got it over to Bloomberg in time for the third out. An easy inning for Klein. He kept the Royals in the infield. 3 up, 3 down. In the middle of the fourth. The Yankees lead the Kansas City Royals 2-1.
Well, some big dates coming up here soon at Yankee Stadium after this next road trip. A big Sunday doubleheader with Baltimore, a very special occasion. That'll be on Sunday, May 13th. A holiday afternoon game with the Texas Rangers on Memorial Day, Monday, May 28th. And for the young fans, Bat Day with the California Angels on Sunday, June 3rd. We also want to call your attention to the fabulous Yankee Yearbook for 1973, which is on sale here at Yankee Stadium. It's really 2 books in one, a colorful yearbook with biographies, marvelous photos and features, plus an extra 32-page book inserted right in the middle. This is a compilation of great newspaper clippings of Yankee Stadium history from 1923 to 1973. A real keepsake. On sale at $1.50 from stadium vendors and by mail for $1.75. You can order now by sending $1.75 for each copy to Yankee Yearbook, Bronx Central Post Office, Box 1973, Bronx, New York. All right, Bill White, Yankees make a change right now. And instead of Johnny Collison, now that the left-hander's out there for Kansas City, Celerino Sanchez.
And Celerino takes the ball. Sanchez batting at .222, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. The next pitch is down low, ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Word about Jim Ray Hart's report just now is that he's not playing because his knee's bothering him. Ball's too high, ball 3. So Mike Jackson has thrown 3 straight balls to the Yankees' new designated hitter, Celerino Sanchez. 3-0 pitch. Called strike, it's 3-1. Sanchez started at first base, but Tom Haller called him back. Bill Haller called him back. Tom Haller selling insurance.
Yes, he retired from baseball, didn't he?
Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swung on, foul straight back in the upper deck. Still 3-2 on Sanchez. It'll be Sanchez, Michael, and Horace Clark. Here's a payoff pitch. High, ball 4, lefty. Sanchez walks leading off of the Yankees here in the 4th, and here's Gene Michael. Sick, he'll turn around, bat right-handed against Jackson. He's got a big hit back in the 2nd, drove in the Yankees' first run of the ball game. With 2 outs, he singled sharply to right field, scoring Ron Bloomberg. When the ball skipped by Healy, Michael went to second base after Clark got decked by a fastball from Ken Wright. Hoff got up and singled sharply to center for the 2nd run. So the Yankees lead 2-1 here. No out, Sanchez down at first. Here's Michael. Jackson comes to the belt, and the pitch. Too low a ball. They play Michael in shallow in the outfield, and Amos Otis moves 3 or 4 steps now over toward right center. Kirkpatrick, the right fielder, moves another step or 2 toward the line. The 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 outside, 2-0. Jackson has lost the plate. Mike came into the ball game back in the 2nd. In relief of Ken Wright, who was knocked out. Wright went 1 2/3, gave up the Yankees 2 runs. Now Jackson, 2-0 pitch, runners going, the ball's looped to center. Amos Otis is there, he's got it. Now the throw to first, Sanchez is saved. That was close. Mayberry got the ball on the stretch. He scooped it, but bobbled it. And Sanchez makes it back into first base safely. Celerino running with his head down. Decided better look up on a hit and run, and Otis got the ball easily, and his throw was a good throw to the first baseman in the dirt just a bit. And Mayberry bobbled it, allowing Sanchez to get back to first safely. So there's 1 away as Michael flies out to the center fielder, Otis. Sanchez still at first base, and here's Horace Clark, the second baseman. Clark is struck out and singled, and that single drove in the Yankees' 2nd run back in the 2nd. House turns around. He bats right-handed against Jackson. The left-hander deals. Ball's too high. Yankees ahead 2-1 here in the bottom half of the 4th. 1 out, Sanchez at first base. Jackson working quickly, too quickly for Horace Clark, who steps out, and time is called. Jackson, 6'3", weighs on 190 pounds. Over in Patterson, New Jersey. Now he's ready. So is Clark. The pitch. Popped foul out of play in the upper deck on the right side, and it's 1-1. Tomorrow night, it'll be young, sensational right-hander, George Medich. He'll be going by against the left-hander, Paul Splittorff. Medich has won 2 games and lost none so far this year for the Yankees. Now the stretch by Jackson. The 1-1 pitch to Clark. Outside, ball 2. It's 2-1. Paul Shaw's the third baseman. Freddie Patek's the shortstop. Bobby Floyd is the second baseman, and John Mayberry holding Sanchez there at first. It's the first baseman. Throw the first. Sanchez back. Lou Piniella, Amos Otis, and Ed Kirkpatrick, the outfield for the Royals. They're playing in shallow for Clark. Here's a stretch, and the 2-1 pitch. And it's bunted, the runner's going, and he is out at second base. The throw, Kirkpatrick to Floyd covering the second baseman. Healy, the catcher. 2 through 4. The second baseman covering for the second out. And the board has 3 and 1, so Clark must have taken the bat back. And there's a ball strike. It's 3 and 2. Looked like Clark kept that bat down there trying to protect Sanchez. But he got it back in time. Here's a payoff pitch from Jackson. This is outside ball 4. So Clark walks. And that's the third walk given up by Mike Jackson.
The right walk 3 men in the 1 2/3 innings he worked. So the Yankees have drawn 6 walks from Kansas City pitching.
Now here's Roy White. Horace Clark down at first with 2 outs. Yankees ahead 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. First pitch to White is too low. Roy has singled and walked, so he's got a perfect day going, a perfect night. He's 1 for 1. Jackson comes to the belt, looks at Clark at first, goes there, house back easily. Matty Lou's on deck. Yankees trying to put some insurance together here. They lead 2-1, but they need more runs. 1-0 pitch. Swung on it on the ground in the hole. Paul Shaw, the third baseman, bobbles it. And they cannot make a play. Shaw, ball right at him. Went through him for an error. Clark in at second base. White at first. Here's Matty Lou. 2 outs. Lou's been up twice, walked both times. That third base is a cheap spot down.
I've just figured that.
Here's a pitch to Matty. Loops up in the air to the first baseman. Mayberry's under it. He's got it. Check swing off the bat of a loop. And he popped the ball up to John Mayberry, the first baseman. So for the Yankees in the 4th, no runs, no hits. There was 1 error, and 2 men were left on base. At the end of 4, the New York Yankees 2, the Kansas City Royals 1.
What do you think a disaster sounds like? If you live in a city, maybe it's the sound of sirens racing to a fire. But you don't have to live in a city to know the terrible sound of a fire. You don't have to live in the country to know the sound of a tornado. Floods can strike anywhere, too, and sometimes with very little warning. At Red Cross, all of these sounds and many more mean disaster. The sound of disaster is people. People homeless.
All our clothing, furniture, everything's gone. We're just thankful we got our kids out of there safe.
People who must start building their lives all over again.
I lose everything I had. I've been working for many years.
At Red Cross, we think people are the most important sound. We're there to help when families need help most. Because Americans care about their neighbors, Red Cross is there to help.
Well, from the scoreboard, the California Angels lead the Detroit Tigers 4-0 after 3. Oakland 1, Milwaukee nothing after 1. Texas 3, Boston nothing after 3.5 innings of play. In the National League, Houston 1, Philadelphia nothing after 5.5. Montreal and Atlanta tied up 2-2. Right here, the Yankees ahead 2-1, and here to take you through the 5th is Frank Messer.
Okay, Bill, Fran Healy leads off, and he bunts the first pitch. Klein stabs it, throws to first, he's got in. Steve Klein dove towards the third base side of the pitcher's mound, stabbed that ball and threw Healy out in a fine play by the Yankee pitcher Klein. 1 away. And the top of the order, Freddie Patek. Bobby Floyd is out on deck. Patek at 5'4" and 140 pounds. Takes a breaking ball on outside, ball 1. And Bill White, to my knowledge, still the smallest man in the major leagues.
Might be the smallest man in all of baseball.
And he can do a lot of things. 1-0 pitch to him. Right-hand batter. Begging for a strike right across. Patek is hitting .262. He has grounded out, walked, and scored. The Royals only 1 run. The Yankees leading 2-1. This pitch hit off the end of the bat on the ground at second. Clark digs it out, throws on to first base. Patek is out, 2 down.
You know, Frank, looking at that little fellow Potak, and you mentioned he might be the smallest man in the majors. How big was that midget that Bill Veeck used back with the old St. Louis Browns? Do you remember?
No, 3 feet something, wasn't he?
He was awful small.
Yeah.
I remember that created a lot of publicity back in those days. Oh, he was 3 feet 7 inches.
First pitch to Bobby Floyd. Hit in the air to shallow left. White coming on for it, and he makes the catch. So another easy inning for Steve Klein as Roy White retires Floyd, and the Royals go down 1-2-3, nothing across. At the end of the top half of the 5th inning, the score, Yankees 2 and Kansas City 1.
The Yankee Stadium.
Here's a way to cope with the current fuel shortage and beat the rising cost of gasoline and still enjoy all the comforts and safety of a quality-built automobile. Switch to Saab, the Swedish-built car with rack and pinion steering, front-wheel drive, 4-wheel disc brakes, all the quality and safety features you want in your personal car. According to Fred Carl, you'll get 24 to 27 miles a gallon, depending on how you drive. How's that compare with your present gas mileage? Fred Carl's New Salem Garage has a full line of 73 Saabs in stock for immediate delivery, and he'll allow you top dollar for your present car in trade. New Salem Garage, the oldest and largest Saab dealer in the area, is the largest exclusive Saab dealer upstate. Full service and a complete parts department assure you the most trouble-free driving in a Saab. It's the one car made for people who have to get around in all kinds of weather year in and year out. And if economy and operation, savings on gasoline are important to you, drive out to New Salem and look them over. Test drive a Saab at Fred Carl's New Salem Garage, Route 85, just a few miles southwest of Albany, New Salem, New York.
The fellow that Bill Veeck used at St. Louis, I think his name was Eddie Goodell.
Yep.
And Bill Kane just called Bob Fischel, the Yankee Public Relations Department, the head of it. And Bob signed that fella. And as I mentioned, he was 3 feet 7 inches. Can you imagine somebody trying to throw a strike to a guy 3 feet?
I just have to roll the ball up there underhanded.
That's what he did. He walked him. But he didn't get a second chance. I think was it Ford Frick, then commissioner, said he couldn't play anymore.
All right, Bobby Mercer is a little bit more than 3'7", going to lead off for the Yankees. Bobby's more like 5'10". And the first pitch to him from the left-hander, Jackson low and outside. It's ball 1. Mercer is fly deep to left and grounded out unassisted to the first baseman, Mayberry. Bobby watch times. He goes back to the on-deck circle and gets the tar towel from Greg Nettles. Yankees leading 2-1. Both clubs have 3 hits. Royals have committed 2 errors. The Yankees 1. Mercer, Nettles, and Bloomberg, all left-hand hitters here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. A right-hander, Ken Wright, started for Kansas City. He did not survive the 2nd inning. Gave up 2 runs, all 3 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 1. Mike Jackson, since coming on, has walked 3 men but allowed no hits. This pitch is hit deep and foul into the upper deck in right field, but a foul ball. Mercer steps away for a moment or two, now back in. The wind, the pitch coming. Line drive into right field. It is foul, just foul into the lower deck.
Frank, I just see an old buddy of yours down behind the Kansas City dugout. It's Joe Garagiola, who's here filming some shots on the new Kansas City manager, Jack McKeon, for future use on his Monday Night Baseball game of the week.
Right, okay. Pitch is low and away from Bobby. They got cameras all over the place down by the Kansas City dugout, over by the Yankee dugout, up here in the broadcast area. 2-2 pitch. Mercer swings and misses, and Jackson picks up his first strikeout. Mercer out on strikes, and the batter will be Greg Nettles.
Joe does the pregame shows for those Monday night broadcasts,
right? Greg Nettles has grounded out twice. Swings on the first pitch, pops it up. In foul territory comes Mayberry near the seats. He leans in and now has to lean back and makes the catch. He was leaning in, and then the ball drifted back toward the playing area. He reached back for it, and there were 2 down. That'll drop Nettles' batting average a shade below 200. And Felipe Alou now comes out to bat for Ronnie Blomberg. Felipe Alou will bat for Blomberg and go into the ball game at first base. Felipe, right-hand hitter, of course. And the left-hander, Jackson, deals a strike. Felipe Alou is hitting .229. He's had 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in. This one is blown away from him, a ball, 1-1. Yankees out in front 2-1, nobody out, and 2 men out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Next thing.
In a year when you have to clear your throat to cheer, here's something to hear. Pay attention, dear, your husband is near. You'll find that Home Savings Bank sends kids to college, buys houses for people, insures lives, remodels homes, rents money, safeguards your valuables, lets you bank from the nearest mailbox, and pays the highest interest the law allows on your savings. All because we're a savings bank, serving people, growing not to be big, just to be better. Home Savings Bank of Upstate New York. Our name tells the story. Offices in Albany, Colony, Greenwich, Hoosick Falls, and Guilderland. Now open Saturdays at the Central Avenue, Greenwich, and Colony branches.
Connecticut, Eastern Pennsylvania, available at the regular $1.50 price at leading newsstands everywhere. And you can order the yearbook by mail. Simply send your check or money order in the amount of $1.75 to cover mailing costs to 1973 Yankee Yearbook. Bronx Central Post Office, Box 1973, Bronx, New York, zip code 10451. The address again, 1973 Yankee Yearbook. Bronx Central Post Office, Box 1973, Bronx, New York, 10451.
Well, after really first 2 innings, both pitchers got into a little bit of trouble. In fact, Klein had been on the first 3 innings. They've settled down. Of course, Kenny Wright has been knocked out by the Yankees. He went 1 2/3, but Mike Jackson's come in and he settled down. And Steve Klein, after giving up the 1 run on 2 hits and an error back in the 3rd, has settled down. He's gotten out, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 men in a row.
All right, Bill, the first man to face him will be Amos Otis here in the top of the 6th inning. Otis, a right-hand batter. He's grounded to 3rd and lined out to 3rd. He had a real bullet that was stabbed by Nettles in the 3rd inning, and that was a big play for Steve Klein. Game with runners at 1st and 3rd and nobody out. Well, Steve into the windup, and the first pitch now to Otis. Breaking ball down low. Ball 1. The line drive hit by Otis that Nettles caught was followed by a base hit by Mayberry, and then Kirkpatrick grounded into a double play. So Klein could have had a real rough inning had it not been for some good play in the field behind him. He winds and delivers 1-0. Fastball low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Felipe Alou now at first base for the Yankees, having batted for Blomberg, stayed in the ball game. Clark at second, Michael at short, Nettles at 3rd. And they play Otis around to the left side on the infield, straight away in the outfield. Klein looks in. The windup, and here comes the pitch. Hit in the air to shallow left. Back goes Michael. In comes White. It's Michael who is under it. The shortstop makes the catch. And Otis is retired, 1 down. Now John Mayberry, the first baseman. Strong left-hand hitter. Mayberry has walked and singled and driven in the 1 run for Kansas City. Mayberry digs around in the batter's box, steps out. First time he came up tonight, he was in and out over to the on-deck circle. Now he's in there, bounces back and forth. Toes of his right foot, then to the toes of his left foot. Here's the pitch to him. Changeup is high and outside. Ball one. When the Yankees come back from their next road trip, their first game will be against the New York Mets at Shea Stadium, Thursday, May 10th at 8:05, the annual Mayor's Trophy game. 1-0 delivery. Hit in the air to center field. Mercer started back, now comes in. Gets under it, and Mercer makes the catch to retire Mayberry. 2 down. Ed Kirkpatrick, the batter. Kirkpatrick is grounded out to Clark at second and grounded into a double play started by Gene Michael at short. Michael fielded the ball going towards second base, took the play there himself, threw on to first base, and that was a mighty big play right there for Steve Klein. Got him out of the third inning with only 1 run scoring. 2 outs, the base is empty. Klein kicks and fires, and this is low and away, ball one. Tickets for the Mayor's Trophy game to be played at Shea Stadium Thursday, May 10th are available at all Yankee and New York Mets ticket outlets. 1-0 pitch coming. Fastball is in, strike called. Kirkpatrick can do a lot of things. He's playing right field tonight. He can also play first base. I've seen him play third. He can catch.
And he can hit.
And he can hit, right, Bill? 360 right now. Swings at a breaking pitch, ground ball right side, past Clark into right field. Clark runs the ball down himself. Clark going to his left could not come up with it. So Kirkpatrick is on with a ground single into right. That will be base hit number 4 for Kansas City, and it brings up Lou Piniella. Klein had retired 9 men in a row. Piniella, right-hand batter, is grounded to third and grounded to short. He's hitting .282 at the moment. Yeah, he's going to wander around the plate a little while. He wears those pants pulled down as far as they'll go, doesn't he, Bill? Doesn't have them tucked up under at all. First pitch. Hit on the ground, left side. Dug up by Nettles. Thrown on to Clark in time to force Kirkpatrick. And that's all for the Royals in the 6th inning. No runs, a base hit, a man left. And out the end of the top half of the 6th inning, the score. The Yankees 2 and Kansas City 1.
The reason I'm writing you, because when I was in 5th grade, I had an ecology chapter in social studies, and I loved it. And I wish you could tell us what to do about it. For 1 month, my girlfriend and I got up early in the morning and picked up papers and other things from the ground. And now we wish we could do more.
Gentlemen, I'm a lawyer. Possibly I could be of some help to veterans. In any event, if you can suggest areas where I could help, I will do my best. A P.S. My wife will help, too.
If you don't know what to volunteer for, call a volunteer service in your town or write to Volunteer, Washington, D.C. 20013. We can tell you who needs your help. And what we need, money can't buy. We need you. This public service message brought to you on behalf of the National Center for Voluntary Action and the Advertising Council.
Two-game set will be played here tomorrow night. It'll be George Medich on the mound with the Yankees against left-hander Paul Splittorff with the Kansas City Royals. Then the Yankees have an off day, and they go on a 6-game road trip, 3 games in Chicago and 3 in Minnesota, before returning back to New York to meet the New York Mets in the annual Mayor's Trophy game. The game will be played on Thursday, May 10th, a night game, 8:05 at Shea Stadium. And after that ball game, the run for the American League East title starts again, with Baltimore coming in for a big 4-game series over the weekend of May 11th, a Friday night game, through a doubleheader on Sunday, May 13th. That's going to be a pretty important series, Frank Besser.
Certainly is. One to mark down. Thurman Munson to lead off here for the Yankees in the bottom half of the sixth. He swings and he misses out in front of a breaking pitch. Strike one. Munson is 0 for 2, and he's seen his batting average dip to .371. Next pitch. Down low, bounces off the foot of Fran Healy, the catcher. Rolls down the third baseline. Dick Hauser wants to be sure that plate umpire Bill Haller checks that ball for shoe polish. And sure enough, it comes out of the game. 1 ball and 1 strike. Munson has bounced back to the pitcher and grounded out to third. The Yankees have not had a base hit off Mike Jackson. Jackson has walked 3 men. Another reached on an error. There's ball 2 inside of Munson. Severino Sanchez, the designated hitter, is on deck. And then Gene Michael. Lower third of the batting order here in the 6th inning. Jackson deals, and Munson fouls one back upstairs. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. They play Munson up the middle, deep and left. Kirkpatrick straight away in right field. The outfield does not play Munson to pull. He pops this one up on the right side. Coming after it is Healy, the catcher, the first baseman Mayberry, and they let the ball drop between them in foul territory. And Alphonse and Gaston, and no play. There will not be an error. Ball hit over in front of the Yankee dugout. With both Healy and Mayberry going after it, all of a sudden they both stopped, looked at each other, and the ball hit directly between them. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Munson stays alive. And the pitch. Foul back. Yankees leading 2-1. Runs have been driven in by Gene Michael and Horace Clark, both crossing in the 2nd inning. Munson swings on this one, fouls it back. Got just a little piece of it. Count holds 2-2. These same 2 clubs meet out here again tomorrow night at 7:30. Doc Medich pitching for New York. Southpaw Paul Splittorff for the KC Royals. Jackson taking a little too much time to suit Munson. Thurman steps out. Now back in, and here we go. 2-2 pitch coming. Checked his swing. It's just outside. Ball 3.
So Frank Thurman's changed his stance a little bit there, Jerry. He's way back off the plate, and he's hitting the inside pitch sharply to left, and the outside pitch he's going to right field with it. And Jackson is trying to thread needle on the outside part.
He misses outside, ball 4, and Munson is on. That is the 4th walk given up by Jackson, the 7th by Kansas City pitching. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. We pause for station identification.
Hi, I'm John Watson, extending an invitation for all of you sports fans to join me weekdays and Saturday nights. In John's World, we not only have music, but also weekdays we have the UPI financial reports at 15 before the hour on WQBK FM Rensselaer.
When the left-hand pitcher Jackson was brought in relief of right-hander Ken Wright, Ralph Houk switched to Sanchez, and Severino walked in the 4th inning. Munson at first being held on by Mayberry, and Sanchez hits a long drive to left center, but a tall can of corn out there for the center fielder Otis. Munson tags up but does not go as Otis gets a good throw in. Both Otis and Pinello were there, and they're discussing that play. They almost collided. I thought they both knew what they were doing, but there's a little discussion between the 2 of them now. Otis is the one who made the catch, and Munson, after tagging up, bluffed going to second, made Otis throw, and then went back to first. 1 out, and here is Gene Michael. Pitch out. Munson was not going. It's ball 1. Michael taking a long look down at third base coach Dick Hauser. He swings and misses. 1-1. Full cut. Elston Howard was talking to the first base umpire, Joe Brinkman. My guess would be asking him to watch Brinkman. Well, he may think that Brinkman balks in his motion to first base. He looks over there. The left-hander deals. Michael takes low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. On each pitch, Matek breaks just a bit toward the bag at second. They think that Munson will be going. And he may. He goes, and they got him picked off. He stops halfway. Mayberry running him towards second, and Mayberry tags him out. Munson was picked off. 1-3. Mayberry never did throw the ball again as Munson stopped halfway. Mayberry chased him and finally tagged him.
Munson almost tore his left arm off. Mayberry's a little upset. Durham came back and almost ran through Mayberry.
Michael takes the pitch up high. Ball 3, 3-1. Next offering. He's taking a strike call. 3-2. Two outs, nobody on. And the 3-2 pitch to Michael. He swings and fouls it back upstairs on the first base side in the upper deck. I gather from the crowd reaction that a pretty good play was made up there. Two pitch again. Swing and a miss struck him out. Mike Jackson picks up his second strikeout, and for the Yankees in the 6th inning, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, and nobody left on base. So at the end of 6 full innings, the score, New York 2 and Kansas City 1.
If you're fed up with the high cost of automobile financing, you're not alone. But Boston Spa National Bank offers you an alternative. The lower cost direct new car loan, which can include enough to cover insurance and incidentals and still save you money. And Boston Spa National doesn't care where you buy your car. You get a check for the amount you need so you can pay cash for your new car at any dealership anywhere. These lower cost direct new car loans are available at any of the 3 decision-making offices of Boston Spa National. Burnt Hills on Route 50, Boston Spa at 87 Front Street, and the Milton Crest office north of Boston Spa on Rowland Street at Geyser Road. Phone or stop in before you make that deal on your new car and arrange with your personal banker at Boston Spa National for a direct new car loan. Enjoy complete personalized financial services with the folks who want to be your banker. Boston Spa National Bank, member FDIC. In National League games, Houston 3, Philadelphia nothing at the end of 7. Montreal 4, Atlanta 2 at the end of 4.5. Henry Aaron has hit his 6th home run. The rest of the games later starts and no report. Right now we go to the 7th and ready with the action. Here's Bill White.
All right, Franklin. Hal McRae heading against Steve Klein. Yankees ahead by a score of 2-1. First pitch, line drive, base hit, right field. Matty Alou in quickly. He'll get the ball back in the infield. And Hal McRae's now 2 for 3. So McRae leads off the 7th for the Royals by lining a single sharply to right field. He's there. Here's Paul Shaw. Shaw, the third baseman, is 0 for 2. He's popped to second and bounced to third. Looking down at Harry Dunlop for sign. Shaw bats right-handed. Shaw batting at .263. Yankees with the infield back looking for 2. Steve Klein hides the ball on his right hip. Now he comes set. Checks McRae. The pitch to Shaw. He squares the bunt but takes inside. A ball. Now Shaw back out once again looking down at Harry Dunlop, who just picked up the sign from his skipper. Jack McKeon relays it back to Shaw. Time's call now. Greg Nettles wants to talk to Steve Klein. Philippe Bellou holds McRae at first. He'll release and charge quickly. Nettles moves in on the grass now. Maybe a step or 2 off the grass. 1 ball, no strike count on Shaw. Yankees ahead 2-1 here in the top of the 7th. Royals have a man at first. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike. Shaw took that. He started to swing, but took it on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Now the guessing game starts. Shaw back out again, looking at his third base coach. McRae also looking over there. Now McRae leads off first. He doesn't have a big lead there. Klein checks him. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. On deck is Fran Healy. The Yankees picked up both their runs in the second inning. The Kansas City Royals came back and picked up their 1 run in the top of the 3rd. So the Yankees ahead 2-1. Royals stretching. Stretch. And the 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit right field. Malou in quickly, and McRae will have to hold at second as Matty Lou makes a strong throw there to second base. Almost hit McRae in the head. So the Royals, with back-to-back singles from Hal McRae and Paul Shaw, have runners now at first and second. Still no outs, and here's Fran Healy, the catcher. Now Nettles and Klein and Munson meeting on the mound. Nettles leaves. Munson's still out there talking to Steve. The Yankees evidently expecting a bunt here. They lead at 2-1 over the Royals. Kansas City threatening. Runners at first and second and no outs. Nettles in close at third. So is Felipe Alou at first. Outfield straight away for Healy, who's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He's bounced to third and bounced back to the pitcher. That's right-handed. Here's a pitch to him. He squares and bunts down up to Steve Klein. Klein's up. He'll go to first base, and he gets the foot out there. The runners advance. Hal McRae goes to third. Paul Shaw to second. Give Healy a sacrifice. He was thrown out 1-4 as Klein threw to Horace Clark covering first base. So there's 1 away. Ralph Houck out to the mound as the Yankees decide what they're going to do with Freddie Patek. Nettles, Munson, Houck, and Klein out discussing Patek. Patek is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He has scored a run, though. He scored the Royals' only run. In the first inning, he bounced to third, walked and scored in the third, and bounced to second in the 5th. Oh, the Yankees now have big conference going out on the mound. And it looks like we're going to get a new pitcher. That's going to be all for Steve Klein. You remember Klein hurt a muscle, strained a muscle in the ball game up in Milwaukee. And it's cool here tonight, so Ralph Houck evidently feels that Steve Klein has gone far enough. And it's Sparky Lyle. Lyle in here replacing Klein. So Steve goes 6 1/3 innings. He's given up just 1 run so far. Of course, the runners at second and third are his responsibility. Klein's given up also 6 hits. He's walked 3. And he has not struck out a batter. So Sparky Lyle is in there now relieving Steve Klein. Lyle is making his 5th appearance for the Yankees so far this year. He lost the decision in Boston when he gave up a 9th inning home run to Orlando Cepeda. And he lost one in Milwaukee. Gave up a 3-run home run by Johnny Vukovic in the 7th. That's when he came in to relieve Steve Klein. Lost that ball game. So Sparky Lyle is in. So far this year, Sparky's given up 3 home runs, and he only allowed 3 home runs all of last year. So Ralph Howe getting a chance to look at Sparky Lyle as Sparky makes his 5th appearance on the mound this year. Last year, Sparky made 59 appearances. set an American League record with 35 saves. They'd like to get that hard slider working here on Freddie Patek. The Yankees were sailing along with a 2-1 lead going into this inning, the seventh, when Hal McRae singled sharply to right field. That was followed by another sharp single to right by Paul Shaw. McRae held at second. Then Fran Healy bunted and sacrificed successfully back to Klein. Both runners advancing. So there's one out, runners at second and third. And here's Freddie Patek in against Sparky Lyle. Let's see how the Yankees play this. First of all, they're going to pitch to Patek. They're going to make him swing the bat. Nettles in close at third. So is Felipe Alou at first. Michael and Clark are at their normal position. Sparky Lyle's over the head. And here's the first pitch. High, a ball. McRae at third. Shaw down at second with one out here at the top of the seventh. The Yankees ahead 2-1. Now Patek looks down at third. Dunlop gives him the sign. Lyle, that big chaw tobacco in his left cheek, nods agreement. Pumps and deals a 1-0 pitch. Called strike at 1-1. On deck is Bobby Floyd. Now Lyle back off the backside of the mound. Goes to his mouth. Goes to the rosin bag. To the cap. Now he's back on. Runners lead. McRae from third. Shaw from second. Lyle looks over at McRae. Looks back in. Doesn't like the sign. Wants a new one. Gets it. Likes it. Now time's called. Patek backs up. Bill Haller, the home plate umpire, calls time. War of nerves going on between Lyle, the pitcher, and Patek, the hitter. Now we're ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch coming down to Patek. Inside a ball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Lyle wanted that pitch. The count, Sparky Lyle. Going to pick up his first save of the year. He picked up 35 last year. It set a new American League record. And this is a tough situation. Yankees ahead 2-1. One out. McRae from third. Shaw leads from second. Lyle likes the sign. He winds. The 2-1 pitch to Patek. Swung on, chopped foul outside of third, and it's 2-2. Sparky Lyle trying to regain the form he had last year when he was the number 1 pitcher in the American League, possibly the number 1 pitcher, relief pitcher in all of baseball. That guy over Cincinnati had a pretty good year. Clay Carroll. Carroll had 36 saves last year. Here's a 2-2 pitch now to Patek. Swung on, bounce to third. Nettles has it. Looks the runner back to third. Throw to first. They've got him. 2 outs. Lyle inside Patek to hit a sharp ground ball to Nettles, who looked McRae back to third, took his time, threw Patek out at first, so they're 2 outs. And we're going to get a pinch hitter for Bobby Floyd. Kurt Bevacqua. The Royals acquired from the Cleveland Indians. Will bat for Bobby Floyd. So Lyle now has done a job. He got his man out, and he did not allow the run to score. He's got 2 outs, and Bevacqua now will bat for Floyd. Bevacqua bats right-handed. Cookie Rojas started the game at second base for the Royals, and he would normally be in this position. Rojas was spiked as he went into second base trying to break up a double play. Horace Clark came down on him. And Rojas is one of the RBI leaders on this ball club with 14. Bobby Floyd went in to play second base, and he singled and flied out. Now it's Bevacqua in pinch hitting for Floyd. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Lyle's ready, and the pitch. A breaking ball gets the outside corner to the called strike. Yankees ahead 2-1 here in the top of the 7th, 2 outs. McRae leads from third, Shaw from second. Lyle checks McRae. Winds and deals. Swung on and missed the breaking ball. No balls and 2 strikes. Sparky Lau going to the overhand curveball. Found the outside corner with the first one, got the next one down and in. And Bavacqua swung over it. So Lyle ahead now, no balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. The Royals threatening with runners at second and third. Lyle looks under Munson. He's got the sign. Likes it. Nods agreement. Checks McRae. He winds. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. It's no balls and 2 strikes yet. Lyle on the back part of the mound gets a rosin. Sparky came in this inning with runners at second and third, 1 out. He got Patek to bounce to third. Nettles held McRae at third, threw Patek out for the second out. Now the count, no balls and 2 strikes on Bavacqua, batting for Floyd. Here's the one. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground to short. Charged by Michael. He's got it. Throws to first, and they've got him there for the third out. Sparky Lyle has come into the ball game, and he's done a job. So that's it for the Royals. No runs on 2 hits, and he leaves 2 men on base. In the middle of the 7th, the Yankees 2, the Kansas City Royals 1.
We at Getty have been telling you that you can save money on our premium gasoline because it's priced a few cents less per gallon than most other major premiums. Well, now we'd like to tell you just how much money you can save with Getty Premium.
Fill it up, please.
With your first gallon of Getty Premium, you save about 3 cents. With 5 gallons, about 15 cents. A 20-gallon fill-up saves about 60 cents. Use Getty for a month and you can save about $2.50. Use it for 6 months and save around $15. And if you use Getty for a year, or around 12,000 miles of driving, you can save around $30. $30 for doing nothing more than filling up with Getty. That's enough to buy another 75 gallons, which is enough gas to take you about 1,000 miles. At Getty, we give you more gas for your money, so you get more miles for your money.
Well, Kurt Bavacqua, who batted for Bobby Floyd, stays in the ballgame to play second base. So you can mark that defensive change down. And we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Yankees leading 2-1. And the top of the order, here's Bill.
All right, Frank, the first pitch in to Horace Clark is a breaking ball. It's a called strike. Mike Jackson on the mound for the Royals. Ken Wright started. He only lasted an inning and a third. Clark lines the next pitch to left field. It's going to be a fair ball. It bounces into the seats for a ground rule double. Horace Clark hit an 0-1 curveball and lined it down the left field line. Just hit inside the line and pounded it into the stand. So Clark leads the Yankees 7th off by doubling it. Here's Roy White.
Bill, that's the first hit the Yankees have had off the left-hander Mike Jackson, and their 4th hit in the ball game.
Let's see now. White in there batting right-handed. Royals expecting a bunt. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Too low a ball. White did not offer to bunt. Shaw, the third baseman's in close, and Mayberry, the first baseman, edged in. Now he moves back a couple of steps. Yankees 2, Royals 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. No outs. Clark leading from second. The 1-0 pitch to White. Takes the bunt, takes the bat back. It's too low. Ball 2. White's been up 3 times, officially twice, because he singled to right field. He's walked, and he got on an error. So he is 1 for 2. 2-0 pitch to White. Swung on and fouled off. It's 2-1. On deck is Matty Lou. Yankees ahead by a score of 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Horace Clark led the inning off by doubling into the left field corner. 2-1 pitch. Outside ball. 3-1. Now time's call. Healy wants to talk to Jackson. Yankees picked up their 2 runs back in the 2nd inning. Ron Bloomberg walked after Munson bounced out and Callison fouled out. Gene Michael singled in a run. And then Horace Clark singled in the Yankee 2nd run. Royals picked up their run in the top of the 3rd. Here's the stretch now. 3-1 pitch to White. Breaking ball to call strike 2. Full count. They play White straight away with Otis, the center fielder, a step or two over toward right center. Roy batting at 1-8-4. Jackson checks Clark at second. Payoff pitch. Swung on up the middle off Jackson's leg. Over toward third, and Roy White will get a base hit. Horace Clark could not move from second base, but White's on safe at first. Give him an infield hit. White smashed that ball up the middle. It hit Jackson on his leg, bounced over toward Paul Shaw at third. Shaw was moving toward third just in case Clark might be going that way, and he had no chance to recover and make the play. So the Yankees now have runners at first and second here in the seventh. No outs, and the batter's Matty Alou, and Galen Cisco goes out to the mound. And he's joined there by Shaw, the third baseman, his catcher, Fran Healy, and Mike Jackson. Galen Cisco, the former Met pitcher, is the pitching coach on this ball club.
Right, and he's not out there to make a pitching change. Just to pass along some information. They're plotting a little strategy as to what to do with Matty Alou. And what kind of strategy can you devise around a guy like Alou who can hit the ball just about anywhere, Bill?
There is none. Throw him down the middle and hope he hits it straight away.
Well, the plate umpire, Bill Haller, goes out there now to break up the conference. Cisco heads back toward the dugout. Jack McKeon, when he came in, kept three of his coaches, three coaches who were left over. Cisco was the pitching coach under Bob Levin. Dunlop was the first base coach, and Charlie Lau was the batting instructor. And who was third base coach? George Strickland, wasn't he? Strick is gone. They only have three coaches. Okay, Bill.
Here's Matty Alou. Throw to second. Clark is back. Horace Clark at second, Roy White at first. No out here in the bottom of the seventh. Yankees trying to get a few insurance runs here. They lead 2-1. Matty batting at 3:27. Throw a second again. Clark is back. This time to the shortstop, Potek. I think the Royals are trying to set up a play where Potek will really hustle to third and try to beat Clark there in case of a bunt. Which Matty Alou can really handle a bat. If he sees him vacate that spot, he'll go there. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. Mayberry really charging from first. He's moving back behind first, looking at Alou. And Matty can pull the ball. We saw that the other day when he hit a two-run homer here. Clark from second, White from first. No outs. Jackson comes to the belt. The stretch. The pitch to Matty. Down low, 1-1. Matty's 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Pop to the first baseman, Mayberry. On deck is Bobby Mercer. Potek holding Clark close at second. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson looking out in the outfield. Amos Otis straight away out there in center. Now Otis backs up a couple of steps. And the stretch. Clark leads from second, White from first. The 1-1 is down the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matty Alou batting at 3:27. Matty has a home run, 5 runs batted in. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Alou. Down in the dirt, ball 3-2. Now Horace Clark and Roy White look over at Dick Hauser for signs. Time's call now. Paul Shaw, the third baseman, wants to talk to his pitcher. Will the Yankees be running here on a 3-2 count on Alou?
Yeah, they might, Bill, because Alou doesn't strike out that often, but we'll see. Now, Mayberry, the first baseman, comes in. He wants to join that conference at the mound, and the umpires won't let him. They say one man at a time unless the manager's out there, and that one man is Shaw. Well, Shaw goes back, and now Mayberry is going to get his 2 cents worth in with the pitcher, Mike Jackson.
Matty's been up 49 times. He struck out 8 times. Let's see what they'll do. Horace Clark leading down from second. Roy White takes a short lead off at first. Jackson looking in at Healy, has the sign, comes to the belt, and he throws to first base, but White's back there safely. Mayberry snuck in behind White. That's a pretty good play. Didn't work that time, though. Now the stretch. Runners lead. They're not going. Breaking ball is looked left field to the base hit. Forrest Clark around third. He'll score. And Roy White now tries to go to third. It goes off the bag, and he goes to third. So the Yankees with Matty Lou looping a single out of the left field to drive in their third run. Roy White got hung up between first and second. He really faked Piniella. And when Piniella cocked his arm and stopped, White went on in the third, and the throw was off the bag, so White made it there safely. Matty Lou at first base with his 6th run batted into the year, and the Yankees lead 3-1.
Yankees got a little bit of a break there on Roy White because had Pinella's throw been good and to the bag, I think they would have had him.
It had him by 20 feet.
By just about 20. Jack McKeon, the manager, is out there, and he is there to make a pitching change. So Jackson came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, and a third hitless inning. But here in the 7th, Clark's leadoff double, it bounced into the left field seats. White's ground ball off Jackson's leg, and now Matty Allou's little easy swing single out into left center field have driven Jackson from the ball game. And let's see who it is coming in. Tommy Bergmeyer. He's another left-hander, Bergmeyer. He wastes no time. He gets out of the Dotson and runs out to the mound. He wants that baseball, and let's get down to business. So he'll be facing Mercer and Nettles. And then Felipe Alou. With White now at third, there was no error on the last play, incidentally, even though White would not have gone to third had the throw been good. So the log on Jackson, 4 1/3 innings. So far, he has allowed 1 run, but the 2 base runners are his responsibility. 3 hits. He walked 4, and he struck out 2. And right now, as the left-hander Bergmeyer starts his warm-up throws, let's see what he's done so far this year. Bergmeyer has been in 5 ball games prior to this, all in relief. He has pitched only 8 innings, allowed 10 hits and 5 runs, walked 4 and struck out 3. So from that, you would say he has not had 8 of the best innings of his career, and an earned run average of .563. That California-Detroit game is now in the bottom half of the 6th inning, with California leading by a score of 6-1. Cleveland and Minnesota got rained out in Minnesota. Baltimore and Chicago are tied 1-1 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Dick Allen has homered in that ball game. Oakland leads Milwaukee 1-0 at the end of 2, and time has been called because of rain in Milwaukee. And let's see. Texas and Boston are tied up 6-6 at the end of 7. Okay, Bill.
All right, Frank, here's Bobby Mercer against the left-handed slant of Tom Bergmeyer. Yankees have had 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. They have runners at first and third and no outs. Matty Lou at first, Roy White down at third. White with a bit of daring running got to third. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Mercer. Down low on the knees, a called strike. 1 strike count on Mercer, who's 0 for 3. Bobby slides to left field. He's bounced to the first baseman unassisted, and he struck out. Jack McKeon going with a lot of left-handers after the Yankees got rid of his right-hander starter, Ken Wright. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on to the deep to right center field. Way back is Kirkpatrick. He will never get it the whole time. Listen to that crowd as the Yankees lead 6-1.
Quite a crowd reaction. Bobby Mercer hitting one into the right center field bleachers. Mercer does not hit too many balls into the bleachers. He'll hit most of his home runs from the bullpen back toward the foul line. And the Yankees lead at 6-1. That was Bobby's 4th home run of the year, Bill.
Here's Greg Nettles. Breaking ball taken outside. Yankees 6, Royals 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Still no outs. Berkmeyer winds a 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Nettles with a big cut. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Nettles. Swung on, popped up in the shallow center field. The second baseman, Bavak, was out. He's called off by the center fielder, Otis, and Amos Otis one-hands it. This is the New York Yankee Baseball Network. Let's pause for station identification.
Hope you're enjoying the game. This is Bill Edwardson, the host of Breakfast with Bill. In the morning, we have music, we have comedy on the Grub Club, we have Dave Smith on sports. Only thing we lack is you. Where have you been? Join us in the morning on WQBK FM Rensselaer.
1 out, nobody on. Here's Felipe Alou. Pitches inside. Backs Felipe off. Yankees ahead 6-1. Picked up 3 quick run runs this inning on Bobby Mercer's 4th home run of the year into the right center field seats. The next pitch is hit on the ground to first. Mayberry has it. Takes his time, goes to first base, and Alou is out. 2 outs. Felipe Alou bounces out. Mayberry unassisted. Here's Thurman Munson, the catcher. Yankees have picked up 4 runs so far this inning. Munson is 0 for 2. He's got a 10-game hitting streak going, and he'd like to keep it going. He's batting at .371. Munson has bounced back to the pitcher. He's bounced to third and walked. Berkmeyer looking in. The left-hander's over the head and the pitch. Swung on, chopped foul, back behind the plate. Bobby Mercer is tied now in home runs with Greg Nettles. They both have 4. Mercer goes ahead in RBIs. He's got 14 now. Nettles has 12. Munson has 10. The 0-1 pitch. Outside ball 1. 1-1. Yankees really mashing the ball this inning. A double by Clark. An infield hit by White. RBI single by Alou. And then a 3-run home run over the auxiliary scoreboard out in right center field by Bobby Mercer. Yankees are ahead 6-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Munson. Outside ball 2. It's 2-1. On deck is Celerino Sanchez. They play Munson to hit to the opposite field. Of course, the left fielder straight away. The 2-1 pitch. Outside ball 3. 3-1. Left fielder Piniella straight away. The right fielder is near the line and in. And Amos Otis, the center fielder, is 3 or 4 steps over toward right center. So there's a big gap between Piniella and Otis. That's out in left center field. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Munson. Swung on. Hit foul down the right side. It'll be in the mezzanine. Goes to the upper deck. And it's 3-2. Big inning here for the Yankees in the 7th. They've picked up 4 runs to go with the 2 they had in the 2nd. And they lead 6-1. 6 runs on 7 hits. Here's the payoff pitch to Munson. Swung on, fouled off. Straight back, out of play. They continue to pitch Munson outside. Looking at the scoreboard, Chicago leads Baltimore 1-0. They're in the 2nd inning. Boston 6, Texas 3. They're in the 6th inning. And in the 4th inning, California 4, Detroit 0. Cleveland, Minnesota postponed. Payoff pitch to Munson. Swung on, foul back once again the mezzanine. In the National League, Houston and Philadelphia. Houston with Philly batting in the last of the ninth. Payoff pitch to Munson. Swung on, hit on the ground in the hole. Partek's got it. The shortstop with a long throw. It's in the dirt past the first baseman. So Munson will be given second base as a fan grabbed that ball as it got back by the screen. So give Munson a base hit. An infield hit as he hit that ball, and the whole Patek had to go all the way over there. Couldn't throw him out. The throw was in the dirt. Now they're going to call Munson back. Munson gets an infield hit. And they're going to call him back to first base. The first base umpire, Joe Brakeman, originally sent Munson to second because a fan touched the ball. Then Bill Haller, the home plate umpire, went down there. I guess Haller felt that if the ball had stayed in play, John Mayberry would have held Munson at first base, so Thurman's being called back to first. But he does get his hitting streak, or keeps his hitting streak intact. He has now hit in 11 straight games.
We had the same play, Bill, earlier this season. Throw over there, and they did allow the runner to go to second, but then the umpire said they felt that the ball would have bounced into the seats, even if a spectator had not touched it. This one obviously would not have. The fan reached well over the railing. The ball would not have bounced into the seats. So I think it has to be a fair call on the part of Bill Haller.
All right, here's Celerino Sanchez. The stretch by Bergmeyer. The pitch is a fastball on the outside corner. It's a call strike. John Callison was the Yankees' original designated hitter. He only batted once, and Sanchez went in when McKeon, the skipper of the Royals, switched to a left-hander. And Celerino walked and he flied out, so he's 0 for 1. The next pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Kenny Wright started the ball game for the Royals. He only went 1 2/3 innings. Gave up 2 runs. Mike Jackson came on in the second, pitched well. He went 5 1/3. And he's responsible for 3 runs. The other run is charged to Tom Bergmeyer, the guy who's in there now. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Sanchez. Outside, it's 1-2. When Mercer hit his home run off Bergmeyer, the 2 runners on, White and Alou, the responsibility of Mike Jackson. Well, the Yankees are ahead 6-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, Munson at first. The next pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-2. They're playing Sanchez straight away. Well, the White Sox have gone ahead of Baltimore. Dick Allen has hit 2 home runs in that ball game, his 4th and 5th of the year. The next pitch, swung on by Sanchez, and he strikes out. But the Yankees have a big inning. They pick up 4 runs on 5 hits, including a big 3-run homer by Bobby Mercer. They left the man on base. And at the end of 7, the Yankees 6, the Kansas City Royals 1.
We're all familiar with those TV commercials that picture a youngster shouting,
Daddy, Daddy, only 1 cavity.
With all due respect to toothpaste commercials, a healthy set of teeth is due in part to proper care and regular dental visits for checkups. Blue Shield, recognizing the fact that all too often regular dental care is often related to the income of the family, has designed a dental program which everyone can afford. At this time, it's only available to employee groups of 50 or more. Blue Shield's dental program encourages regular checkups to prevent tooth decay. The whole emphasis is on preventive care. However, the program is not designed for children alone. It covers the whole family. If you're employed where there are 50 or more and don't have a dental program, ask your boss to look into it. Blue Shield believes a healthy smile is everyone's right. Don't you agree? If you're an employer of 50 or more and want to know more about this plan, contact the Dental Services Department at Blue Shield in Albany.
Well, Phil Rizzuto is away from us for a couple of days, but he'll be rejoining us in Chicago Friday night for the first game of the upcoming Yankee road trip as the Yankees go to Chicago and then on to the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota to take on the Twins in their backyard. Right now, the Yankees enjoying a 5-run lead, 6-1, and we go to the 8th inning.
All right, Frank, and a win by the Yankees here. These scores keep coming in the way they've been coming in. The Yankees can be tied for first place. Ball game is over. Baltimore is losing to Chicago. Dick Allen has hit 2 home runs, and the White Sox lead at least 2-1 in the 4th inning with Chicago batting. Dick Allen hit his 4th in the 1st and his 5th in the 4th. Here's Amos Otis, and he fouls the first pitch off into the upper deck off Sparky Lyle. So the White Sox lead Baltimore at least 2-1, with the White Sox still batting in the last half of the fourth inning in their ball game in Chicago. California 6, Detroit 1, with Detroit batting in the bottom of the sixth. The Tigers are playing an even 500 baseball, and Oakland leads Milwaukee 1-0 after 2. And Milwaukee's in third place with a 9-9 record. So the Yankees can jump over everybody. Time has been called in that ball game because of rain in Milwaukee. Her ball's hit in the air to right field. Matty Lou's way back up near the wall. He's got it right in front of the scoreboard in deep right center field. So Otis drives Matty all the way back to the board there to haul in his long fly. There's one away here in the eighth. And in that fourth inning, the White Sox picked up a couple of more runs, and they lead Baltimore 4-1 after 4 full innings of play. Cuellar against Fisher. A couple of home runs in that ball game by Dick Allen, his 4th and 5th of the year. The Yankees' chances of getting into first place improving with each inning. Here's John Mayberry. Lyle over the head, pumps and deals. Sidearm fastball is too low. Mayberry batting at .231, but he leads the American League in runs batted in with 20. He's picked up 1 in this ball game. He's 1 for 2. Lyle over the head, the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed it, 1-1. Mayberry trying to hit the ball all the way out of the stadium. On deck is Ed Kirkpatrick. We're in the top of the 8th. The Yankees ahead 6-1. They play Mayberry to pull. Lyle's ready. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, check swing, bounced foul out in front of the plate. As it kicked up, it hit Mayberry on the arm. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. They really play Mayberry to pull. Malou back behind the bag at first. Horace Clark on the grass at second. Michael about 5 steps from first base on the third, from second base on the shortstop side, and Nettles playing wide at third. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Mayberry. Inside, it's 2-2. Matty Lou playing back up on the track in right field in front of the 344-foot sign. Mercer straight away at center. So is White and left. 2-2 pitch. Cole strike 3, got him looking. Spacky Lau got the outside corner with a hard fastball, tailing away from the left-hander. And they're 2 outs. And here's Ed Kirkpatrick, the right fielder. The way Lyle has pitched this ball game, it might be a bigger game for him than the actual win. Lyle had given up 3 home runs in his previous starts. He's making his 5th appearance. He's only given up 3 home runs in 59 appearances last year. So it looks like Lyle is back. Breaking ball is too low. And with Lyle pitching the way he pitched last year, and with Lindy McDaniel pitching this year as well as he's pitched, be a great boon to the Yankee chances in the American League East. 6 pitches outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Yankees ahead by a score of 6-1. They have 6 runs on 8 hits. The Kansas City Royals 1 run on 6 hits. Got 6 on my mind. 2-0 pitch coming down to Kirkpatrick. Call strike. 2-1. And he's been up 3 times. He's 1 for 3. Bounce into a force out, bounce into a double play and single. The next pitch is too low. It's 3-1. 2 outs, nobody on here at the top of the 8th. Yankees up by 5. They lead 6-1. Here's the line by Lau. The pitch. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Up is 3-2. Full count on Kirkpatrick. You say he didn't go around on that? It counts 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. That's a strikeout as Kirkpatrick waves at that one. So Lyle strikes out the last 2 men he's faced. He got Mayberry and Kirkpatrick, and that's it for the Royals. 3 up and 3 down. In the middle of the 8th, the Yankees 6, the Royals 1.
Miss Lena Horne.
Schaefer is the one day to have when you're having more than one. Safer pleasure doesn't fade even when your thirst is done. The most rewarding flavor in this man's world of people who are having fun. Safer is the one day to have when you're having more than one. Yes, safer is the one day to have when you're having more than
The final game on this homestand will be played here tomorrow night at 7:30. The Yankees and the KC Royals, and the Yankees with some newfound power. Banging away, Bill.
All right, here's J. Michael against Bergmeyer, and 6 fouls the first pitch off, straight back and in the seats. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Yankees ahead 6-1. It'll be Michael, Clark, and White in that order. Yankees picked up 2 runs in the 2nd inning. The Royals came back with 1 in the 3rd. The Yankees picked up 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Change up, line drive, base hit left field by Michael. Stick around first base, but he'll hold there as Pinella gets the ball back into the infield. So Michael leads off the 8th by singling sharply to left field. He's now 2 for 4 in the ball game with an RBI, and he's also scored a run. Here's Horace Clark. Clark is 2 for 3. He's got a stolen base, an RBI, and also he scored a run. House batting a right-handed against the left-handed Tom Bergmeyer. Mercer's 3-run home run last inning. The big hit so far for the Yankees. Pitch to Clark. Outside, a ball. Michael leads from first. Mayberry holds it. The stretch by Bergmeyer. The 1-0 pitch. Foul straight back into the upper deck by the Hawks. And it's 1-1. Well, Henry Aaron just hit his 680th lifetime home run. That's his second tonight. It's number 679 and 680. The 1-1 pitch to Clark. Swung on. Fouled off into the upper deck on the right side. 1-2. So Aaron moves within 34 of Babe Ruth. That's his 7th home run this year. Here's a stretch by Bergmeyer. He checks Michael at first. The pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. Amos Otis is there, and he one-hands it for the first out. Michael goes back to first base. 1 away. Here's Roy White, the left fielder. White's 2 for 3. A single to right field, an infield hit, and he got on an air. He's also a walk. Yankees 6, Royals 1. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Michael at first base. Matty Lou leading in the on-deck circle. Here's a pitch to White, and Bergmeyer misses outside with a fastball. Royals with the infield back looking for 2 here. They're down by 5. Yankees ahead 6-1. White batting at 195. The next pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. It's 1-1. Here's a stretch. The 1-1 pitch to White. Curveball hit in the air to right center. Out there is Fitzpatrick. He's under. He's got it. Kirkpatrick's over there and under. He's got it. 2 outs. Here's Matty Lou. Michael is still at first base. So Lou is 1 for 2. He's walked twice. Popped to the first baseman. Drove in a run with a single left field. That was a key single Matty got back in the 2nd. In the 7th inning.
Yankees had runners at the second and first, and Alou looped the ball into left center, scoring one of them. The first pitch from Bergmeyer finds the outside corner. It's a strike. Matty hitting from a closed stance. Chokes way up on the bat. Bergmeyer comes to the belt. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball popped up behind the plate. Healy's back. He's hustling back, and he's got it. So Alou fouls out to Fran Healy, back by the screen. And that's it for the Yankees here in the 8th. No runs on one hit, and they leave a base runner. After 8 full innings of play, the Yankees lead the Royals by a score of 6-1.
By Motorola.
Hi, Yankee fans. This is Bill Edwardson. And Jack Hopke here, enjoying a show on a beautiful Quasar portable color TV by Motorola.
The Instamatic color tuning button automatically balances the color intensity, the hue, the brightness, and the contrast, and even activates the fine tuning.
And there's no waiting for your color TV enjoyment. As soon as you turn on this Motorola Quasar portable TV, the picture and sound come on immediately.
Now, these are only a few of the reasons to buy a Quasar portable color TV by Motorola.
Especially, Bill, when it can be yours for only $369.95.
By Motorola.
Motorola television products are available at Frazier's Radio and TV Service, 14 Van Rensselaer Road in Albany, phone 489-8214. At Jack's TV Service, RD4 Box 15, Mechanicville, phone 371-7420. And at the TV Clinic, 2557 Hamburg Street in Schenectady, phone 355-0812.
For the KC Royals. And as we go along here, Bill, let me cut in once in a while with a few scores, catch everybody up to date. Right now, California leads Detroit 6-1. They're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bill Singer for the Angels, Woody Fryman, Tommy Timmerman, and now Laren LeGros pitching for Detroit. Cleveland and Minnesota got rained out. Chicago 4, Baltimore 1 at the end of 4. A couple of home runs by Dick Allen, and Ed Herman has also homered for Chicago. So they're long balling Cuellar tonight, and Eddie Fisher, the knuckleballer, trying to make him hold up.
All right, Frank, here's Lou Piniella leading off for the Royals. We're at the top of the 9th. Yankees ahead 6-1. Lyle throws a breaking ball that's too high. Piniella's 0 for 3. He's bounced out twice, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. That's right-handed, hits from a closed stance. Lyle over the head. The pitch. Swung on and missed 1-1.
Milwaukee 3, Oakland 2 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Gene Tennis is homered there for Oakland. And that Texas-Boston game is in the 8th inning, tied 6-6 at Fenway Park.
Lyle looking in at Munson. The left-hander winds, pumps and deals. Foul back. A ball and 2 strikes.
Quickly in the National League, the Phillies are batting in the bottom half of the 9th inning with Houston leading 3-0. Let's see, it's Atlanta 5, Montreal 4 in the bottom half of the 7th inning with, as Bill told you, Henry Aaron hitting 2 home runs in that ball game. And the rest of the National League games later starts.
All right, Frank. Piniella waits. Lyle's ready. The 1-2 pitch to Piniella. Change-up is popped up. Gene Michael, the shortstop, calls. Over near the bag. He's under it. He's got it. That was a new pitch from Lyle. Looks like a change or a knuckleball. This floated up there, and Piniella got out front, got under it, popped it up. So there's one away here in the 9th, and here's Hal McRae, the designated hitter. McRae's 2 for 3 in the ball game. Double to left, bounce to third, and single to right. Yankees ahead 6-1 here in the top of the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. Sparky Lyle looking for his first save of the year. In relief of Steve Klein, who started. The breaking ball is a called strike. They play McRae straight away. He's a right-handed hitter. Lyle's ready. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside, 1-1. One count on McRae. And the pitch. Fastball driven deep to left field. White's there, though. Now he comes in, and he's got it. Ball almost full wide. It was a line drive hit out there. He started back and moved in quickly and got it just too top high for the second out. So McRae's hit the ball hard all evening.
Got robbed there by White. 2 outs now. Here's Paul Shaw, the third baseman. Shaw 1 for 3 in the ball game. He's popped to second, bounced to third, and single to right. And that single to right field, along with it back in the 7th inning, along with a sacrifice by Fran Healy, got Lyle into the ball game as Sparky did his job with runners at second and third. Patek up. He got Patek to bounce out. Runners holding. The ball's too high to Shaw. Then he got Bavacqua pinch hitting for Floyd to bounce out and got out of the inning. There's the strike, 1-1. And since then, Lyle has retired 7 straight batters. So it looks like Lyle of last year. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, bounce at third. Nettles got it. Long throw to first, and the ball game is over. A great job of relief pitching by Sparky Lyle, and an excellent job of hitting by the New York Yankees. For the Royals in the 9th inning, 3 up and 3 down. Final score, the New York Yankees 6, the Kansas City Royals 1.
What do you think a disaster sounds like? If you live in a city, maybe it's the sound of sirens racing to a fire. But you don't have to live in the city to know the terrible sound of a fire. You don't have to live in the country to know the sound of a tornado. Floods can strike anywhere, too, and sometimes with very little warning. At Red Cross, all of these sounds and many more mean disaster. The sound of disaster is people. People homeless.
All our clothing and furniture, everything's gone. We're just thankful we got our kids out of there safe.
People who must start building their lives all over again.
I lose everything I had. I've been working for many years.
At Red Cross, we think people are the most important sound. We're there to help when families need help most. Because Americans care about their neighbors, Red Cross is there to help.
Here are the totals on the ball game. For the New York Yankees, 6 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error. Kansas City, 1 run, 6 hits, and they committed 2 errors. Steve Klein, the winner, evens his record at 2 wins and 2 losses. And Ken Wright, who started for the Kansas City Royals, was the loser. His record is 1 win and 1 defeat.